Winning is really fun and really good for you. Sweet. All right. Well, Coach Young, thanks for coming on. I think you might be my first. Are you a Glasgow native technically?
Glasgow native.
Okay. I think this is my first Glasgow native. I'm trying to think if we had anybody else. I think Nicole was Armstrong native. I don't know if I've had anybody else. I mean, you've listened to most of them, right?
I have.
I don't think there's been another.
I don't think I have missed one yet.
Okay. I don't think there's been a Glasgowian, right?
I don't think so.
What do you call your guys' selves over there? River rats?
River rat. I mean,
you call yourself that, right?
I mean, I don't know if I call myself that, but like it's growing up. I mean, that's what like I remember like having like some 3-on-3 like basketball teams that we'd go play in like tournaments. We'd call ourselves the River Rats.
Right.
And then
you took a derogatory term and said, yeah, that's what we are.
Yeah. Then there's a youth kind of baseball organization they have over there. That's the River Rats. So yeah.
Sweet, man. Well, I'm excited to chat with you. I don't know. Like, I've known of you for a long time, and I can't remember. I have a bad memory, but I remember following you pretty closely when I went to Truman State because I was a manager on that Truman State basketball team, and I can't remember if we talked around that time or not, but that was when, do you know who the Truman State head coach was at that time? Because you were up at a community college. Weren't you up in a different state?
What year?
This would have been like 2014, 15.
I would have been at Bradley. 14, 15. I still would have been in my last year here at Central Methodist as a grad assistant.
Man.
So I left here in the spring of 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
Okay. But so, yeah, anyway, basketball's been what you've been doing since what? When?
Oh, goodness. I mean, obviously played since probably 6, 7, 8, somewhere in that time frame. I mean, if you live in Glasgow, that's basically what you do, and so coaching, really still coached kind of like whenever I was in high school, first couple years of college, and then really dove into it my junior year of college when I became a student assistant for the women's basketball program, and then it just took off from there.
Are you the oldest of your family?
Oldest of the family.
That's what I thought. So take me through however far back you want to go, but growing up in Glasgow and then how you got from Glasgow to CMU, and then we can go from there. But take me as far back as you want to. So oldest of 4?
Oldest of 4, yeah. So I got a brother, Dylan, a sister, Devin, and then my youngest brother, Dawson.
Yep.
Something I think that's very unique is at some point in time, all 4 of us will be Central Methodist alums. So Dawson's finishing that up here pretty soon, and so that's
all D's.
All D's.
Do you have all the same initials?
No. Middle names are different.
Okay,
middle names are different.
I mean, my family's very similar. 4 of us.
Yeah.
Logan, Landon, Lane, Jordan, but we all have JLB names.
Okay.
It must be a mid-Missouri small town thing to do.
And so, like, really, I mean, my first name isn't even Dustyn.
No way. So, no, you go by your middle name too?
It's not. I go by middle name. Yeah.
Nice.
So first name's Thomas. Every firstborn boy on the Young side has the name Thomas, and so my 2-year-old son, his middle name is Thomas.
Very
so
cool.
So yeah, I think that's kind of unique.
That is unique.
And so pretty exciting. But yeah, 4 siblings. Grew up in Glasgow, born and raised. Left there kind of when I was 18. I'd say left. What came to Fayette, the Central Methodist.
I was gonna say.
And started college and then.
Did you come to college to play basketball?
I actually came to college to play baseball.
What?
I did.
When did you graduate high school?
Graduated high school in 2009.
2009. Okay.
2009. Came to play.
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
No. Freshman year, played baseball, tore my labrum. And so that kind of just the end of it.
What position did you play?
High school was shortstop, second base, primarily shortstop. And then like college, moved to second base.
Tore your labrum.
Tore my labrum.
I did that when I was 14.
Ooh, yeah, I don't wish it on anybody. I really
was
don't.
Pitching, actually it was against Glasgow. So who was that? So I graduated 2013. So a couple, I think maybe 2 years behind Dylan.
Yeah.
Who was that humongous post player?
Probably would have been...
Not Reed.
Ben Meyer, maybe?
That's
Ben?
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever threw off 60.5 feet instead of 45 was Junior Babe.
Yeah.
And I had a sick curveball.
Yeah.
But I was throwing from 60. I threw 175 pitches against Glasgow.
Oh, goodness. No pitch limit then, huh?
No pitch limit. And Ben Meyer was just golfing off me.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, sure, we'll just take this out there. And I couldn't throw from second to first after that.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I tore my labrum my senior year of high school. I'm pretty sure. Because I remember, again, no pitch counts.
Were you guys good?
That program was being built, I really believe, like kind of like my class of that senior year, and then on down below.
Because you had Sanders following up with you after he was a good ball player.
Yeah, my brother Dylan was a freshman when I was a senior, and I think that, I mean, like that kind of was starting somewhat building of baseball a little bit. You know, basketball was still always the top sports, but I feel like there's a lot of athletes mixed in with that group. Or baseball, we were just so athletic, we could make some things happen. And I think that kind of baseball really started like when our junior Babe Ruth, we had a couple of Central Methodist players came over and coached us, and DJ Flash Bowler from here in Fayette. Goodness, I can't remember the other guys, but I mean they were very intense, very disciplined, and they treated it like it was their baby, you know, coaching, and I think it brought a love for baseball to a lot of guys at that point in time. As we also love basketball too, but I think that kind of helped turn some things around from a baseball standpoint a little bit, because we love practice. And I think Glasgow ended up winning their first district baseball championship like 2 or 3 years after like we graduated, and that was pretty exciting.
That's a pretty good district too, because at that point it was probably Kyra in that district.
New Franklin, I think, was in it, and so
because we were sitting in class 2 for some reason, but still just usually lose to you guys until I was like a junior or senior. But
and like Hank Wellborn was in that group, and he was a big baseball. Like, I mean, he went on playing junior college out in Kansas in the Jayhawk, and then went on to, I think, played Division II at Washburn. And had a pretty good college career.
So he was a big one. When did he graduate? Do you know?
He was a year younger than me. I think he was, so it would have been in 10.
Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah.
Because I think Logan and him graduated together.
I believe so.
Yeah. I remember that. So I would have played against him my freshman year. So that's a cool gap. Is that gap kind of follow all the way through your family, like 3, 3, 3, 3?
Yes, pretty much. I think, you know, one time just being a weird numbers guy, just thinking of like, you know, of like my mom and dad, they always had somebody. When I started high school, they like always had somebody in high school until Dawson graduated. Wow. I'm pretty sure.
My mom and dad almost pulled that off. Jordan was 5 years behind Lane, but it was, I got to be a freshman with Logan. Lane got to be a freshman with me. And then Jordan, the prince, somehow she ended up being like the baby, the princess, and the only, like the firstborn and the only child, all in one.
All in one.
Because she was down there at 5, raised by a bunch of boys. So, what are your siblings up to now?
So Dylan is the head boys basketball coach and athletic director at Pilot Grove High School.
Wow, AD too?
AD, yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, loves a lot. I mean, he loves Pilot Grove, loves his life over there.
I've seen him more recently than you playing softball, Slowbridge softball. But he gets hurt a lot too.
We're getting older. We're getting older.
Even when he was younger.
He kind of had
pulling his hammy all the time.
Yeah, and he always had like some back stuff going on with him as well. And then my sister works from home, kind of like works from home, also has to go into the office. Honestly, I have no idea who she works for. But you know, she's got a job, so that's always good, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then Dawson works at Central Methodist. He works in financial aid, and then is also finishing up in his schooling. So
sweet.
So yeah,
awesome, man. So you went to play baseball, blew out your shoulder. Were you like on varsity, or were you on like the
on reserve?
Well, because like I feel like there was 200 of us.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And there was 25 varsity guys, and the rest of us were on reserve, which was still cool. You know, you can still say I went and played. But I
mean, we all practiced together in the fall. You know, and I thought that was pretty cool. But, you know, once the spring came and you kind of knew the cuts and things like that. And
Was Breland coaching when you were there?
No, he wasn't. Nope. Fred Smith.
Fred Smith.
Okay. Yep.
That's who got Logan there too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And now Fred's coaching golf.
I love it, man. We eat lunch about every day together. And it's a fun time.
I need to like friend him, like become friends with him for the golf simulator.
Yes.
Are you into golf?
I love golf.
Okay.
So whenever I worked at Bradley, we can talk about this as well. Like I golf probably 3 to 4 times a week and just loved it.
Where is Bradley?
Loved it. It's Peoria, Illinois.
That's a sneaky pretty area of the country.
Beautiful.
Like most of the time I just usually want to nuke Iowa and Illinois.
Yeah.
There's some beautiful parts of southern Iowa and western Illinois that are, and big deer over there too.
Yeah. I lived in Peoria for 3 years. Absolutely loved it. Loved it.
How big of a town is that?
It's about Columbia.
Okay.
But I believe if my research was right back then, or the information that I received was, when I was there, Peoria was like the most declining city, like it within like the top 10 in the United States Most declining.
Why? Do you know why?
I think it was a lot of like poverty, just like jobs were moving out. So Caterpillar's headquarters were there at the time, and then they moved out.
They
Iowa.
Moved to They're in Iowa now. Or they southern Minnesota.
Chicago.
They're Chicago now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like northern Chicago.
This podcast is brought to you by nobody. That's right. Nobody paid for this spot. But this could be your business ad, personally attested to by me with a personalized recommendation. Obviously, I have to like, your product, but I will personally attest to this ad slot. And if you're trying to reach the ears of Fayette, this is the place to do it. So if you want to advertise here, please email us at landonballstudios@gmail.com. That's LandonBallstudios@gmail.com.
I believe.
Yeah, rich Chicago.
And so, yeah. And
South
so
Wisconsin,
they still have their big office building and stuff down there. I think they still obviously own it, but their headquarters moved out. So
there used to be a lot of things headquartered. I mean, State Farm's headquarters is in Bloomington.
Yeah.
How far away from Peoria is that?
40 minutes.
I was going to say, there was a bunch of, I don't think Bloomington would exist as a town without State Farm or Country Financial, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But goodness.
Yeah.
You about to say something?
Yeah, I was just checking.
Fact checking me?
Fact checking. Do it. That's fine. Do it.
He's right. It said that Peoria. What time were you talking about? Around
so I was there from 2015 to 2018.
Yeah, I've seen something between 2014 and another year. They were behind whoever the number one was. So it was like the number two.
Wow.
Peoria's population declined by 1%.
Yeah.
Between 2014 and 2019, and in terms of percentage decline, that puts Peoria only behind number one. Yeah. Whoever number one is, I'm having a hard time finding it, but
that's
wow.
Insane. Yeah,
that's a odd stat to like be the thing that you're known for.
Yeah, right.
I hope Columbia doesn't do that. Maybe I
don't know if Columbia ever will. I mean, it's growing like
crazy. It's one of those things where I want it to grow, but I don't want it to grow over here. But I kind of do.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I'd like some. We've got lots of things happening at Midway Arms. I would love to. I'm torn. Here's what it is. I don't want to see the cookie cutter 40 houses on 10 acres development.
Right.
But I do want to see the population see the charm of like getting over here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I
lived it for 6 years.
Huh?
I lived it for 6 years
in
Columbia.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, tell me about that. So let's go back. Central Methodist, playing baseball. What did you go to study?
Physical education.
Okay.
That is
always, you wanted to coach.
Yeah, that has always been.
When did you know you wanted to coach?
Oh, I just feel like I could not see my life without sports in it. I think just what I grew up around. I just could never, I just never saw without it. And so I was always surrounded, I feel like, by great coaches.
Yep.
I think it started out with like youth league of just, baseball with Larry Littrell. Then obviously going into, basketball with Coach Kropp. And then obviously,
Is he still going?
He's still there. He's still there. So, he coached me baseball, basketball, track for a little bit as well, if I remember right. And so, yeah,
just good for him.
Yeah,
that's a long run of coaching.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm like, I think to myself when there's like really hard days, I'm just like, this is what I told myself I was going to do. When I was 15, my brain wasn't very, mature at the point in time. 18, but here we are. Here we are, loving every day.
Yeah.
Still, so even the hard days.
I think that's just learning what real life is as we get older. It's like, okay. So not everybody is like living the perfect day every single day of their life.
Right.
Try to.
You try to.
And that's the beautiful thing about like I think coaching and leading in sports is when there's just so much activity that there's just not a lot of mundane.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Something different every day.
Repetitive, but not mundane. Yeah. Which is fun.
Yeah. So. We try to be routine as much as possible, but it's super hard to do.
Yeah.
So
CMU, you go there 4 years.
Went there for 3 years.
Look at you.
3. No, I was in college for 4, but I went there for 3. My sophomore year went to Central Missouri, UCM.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Just dumb, just young and dumb, making bad decisions.
Was it one of those like you didn't like? Did you go there to play baseball?
No. So just young and dumb. I dated Kyra. My junior and senior year of high school.
Is she Glasgow?
Glasgow too. Okay. Made a horrible decision to break up with her my freshman year of college. Okay. Horrible decision for a couple months.
You recovered.
Yep.
Good for you.
Yep. Made a horrible decision. She'll let me know that all the time that I made a horrible. And I know I did.
What's her maiden name?
Clements.
Okay.
Yep. And so, I was just like, why go to Central Methodist anymore? Like I can't throw like I used to.
Yeah.
I'm not with
dating this
her.
girl.
Right. So I had some friends at UCM, went there for a year. I had a good time. It was so good. I did not party. I did not do any of that stuff. I just went to school. Honestly, it was pretty cheap. It was pretty cheap to go to school there.
Yeah, that Division II kind of state school stuff.
Yeah.
Like Truman, I went there for a semester.
Yeah.
Kind of dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Like it was half the price of here.
Yeah, I think it was like, I want to think tuition for a semester was about $6,000. So it was like, and I lived off campus.
Yeah.
And so.
I think my uncle was coaching football down there at the time.
Yeah.
Nesbitt.
Yeah. Yep. Probably so. Yep. Probably so. I might have had him in class. I took a theory of coaching football class when I was there. Oh, it was so fun. It was so fun.
Theory of coaching football
Because again,
class.
like there's Glasgow, we didn't have football. And so, actually learning how to hold a football.
Wait, you did that in the class?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the quarterback's coach and offensive coordinator is, I think it was Lamberson. And so he's now the head football coach there.
Very cool.
And so I think he was really the actual teacher, but they also brought in different, coaches to talk. And it was fun.
That's crazy.
It was me and then like all football players. Yeah.
Do you wish Glasgow had football growing up?
Oh, yes and no.
Because the trade-off to having it.
Right. Yeah. Yes and no. I think it would have been fun to experience, but also I think it would have taken away from just the history that Glasgow has from a basketball standpoint.
Yeah. When I was going through high school, Fayette baseball was bad, and we struggled to field a roster, and Glasgow was good.
Yeah.
Because Jay Thompson and I are the same age.
Yeah.
So I kind of tracked with their class. And I was dating a Glasgow girl at the time too. I was an awful kid in high school, but I was trying to get over to Glasgow to play.
Yeah.
Because I was the first one who was like, can we please do some film here so I can at least send this off to coaches? Because nobody's coming to recruit at Fayette. Sure, I'm batting .490, but nobody's coming out to recruit class 2 there. And you can tell me if you think this is a terrible idea. Back in high school, and I'm saying this, so all y'all who are listening, this is just an idea that's been in my mind for the last minute at least. I'm not saying we should do this, and if this like wrecks your job, chill out, all right? It's just an idea. I always thought it'd be epic if we could just have a Howard County school.
Yeah,
So then we could all play football. We could have a big enough baseball team. Like if you had combined in my high school area the 3 baseball teams, salty.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you had a really good New Franklin squad. You had a couple of us on the Fayette team, and then a really good Glasgow squad. But.
So I actually had that topic brought up to me about a month or so ago.
Really?
At lunch from a CMU employee, and I disagreed.
You disagreed? Yeah, so tell me about it.
I disagreed.
It's popped in my brain.
Again, I just, what was brought up was kind of like, the farmers in the area won't allow it. And I 100% agree. I think definitely from a Glasgow standpoint, right. Just the community that pours into that place is just awesome.
Yeah,
it's just awesome.
In that move, it like only benefits Fayette.
Yeah, right.
How about everybody come here?
Yeah.
I can see that perspective. Then.
And so, I absolutely love the small town school. Love it. It's a big reason why we moved. And I just. Yeah. Love the small town.
That's a good perspective. Because, sitting here in the Fayette chair, I'm like, can we just borrow everybody's like talent so we can get better? But one of the things I've always said is I wish I could smash Fayette and Glasgow together from a business perspective because they have so many jobs, so much good manufacturing, a really good economy. They have the river and they have great food. And then I don't know what we have that keeps us alive besides the college, right? So if we could just go...
Right. I agree. This is something that I've put it out to people that I just feel like Fayette needs. And we're going, completely off topic from what, but a really, really good breakfast place. I eat breakfast every Sunday morning with my father-in-law at the River Bend in Glasgow with a bunch of other just area farmers, just area people. And also seeing the amount of out-of-towners that come in and eat breakfast in there every morning. I've just always felt like Fayette is missing a really good breakfast place. Not a high end, like
I want my $4 egg platter.
Exactly. And I'm talking, egg platter, meaning eggs, bacon or sausage, hash browns, toast, and maybe some pancakes.
Ketchup on it?
Ketchup on hash browns? 100%.
Ketchup on eggs?
Ooh, no.
No? Okay.
No.
I'm ketchup on everything.
Everything.
Spray it on everything.
No. But I've always said that. I've said to a lot of people that I feel like Fayette is missing a breakfast place.
Yeah, we were having this conversation yesterday around just restaurants that have, because we were in Lafayette. Have you been to the new restaurant yet?
I have not.
It's even better.
Is it?
Even better. There's that picture on the wall of that old mural that was on the side of the square that got torn down of all the businesses, right? And for the most part, all of those businesses still have like legacy and name. And I was like, if you took a picture of Fayette's business layout 6 years ago, 60% of them are different now or gone.
Yeah.
And so it kind of struck up the conversation around, restaurants and how many different things have been open and closed. And I'm not critiquing any sort of restaurant owners, but my general opinion is that it is not Fayette. It is not the town's fault. Fayette supports things that are very good.
Yeah.
And that's always been my argument is I hate it when people say shop local because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I appreciate the virtue as a small business owner, but at the same time, my goal as a small business owner is to, if I'm going to charge more, it costs more to get ice cream at my shop than it is to go buy a gallon at the store.
It's really good.
It better be better.
It is really good.
It better be better.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm going to ask you to spend astronomically more for that, then it better be better. So I think most of the time it's surrounded by business owners. The sad part is we do have a good breakfast place in Fayette, but it is on the southeast edge of Fayette.
Okay.
Have you been down to the Corner Post General Store?
No, I have not.
I need some ad slots on here, Karen.
Yes.
All right. I'm shouting you out every time.
Yeah.
It is a general store.
Okay.
It'll be the best burger, or if you want to go for a burger after this, I'd take you there.
Okay.
Best burger you'll ever have.
Let's do it.
And great breakfast.
Because I'm missing lunch over at the cafeteria.
Great. I'll take you.
So.
Deal. You want to go?
Yeah, I'm
We're going.
Yeah.
I don't think we didn't schedule anybody after this, right?
No.
She didn't respond. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go after this because it's one of the best burgers. But great breakfast spot. It's just halfway to Columbia down the back roads.
Okay.
I'll take you there.
Okay.
But no, I agree. We need a breakfast spot, and I think that's one of the things I like about Glasgow and that breakfast spot too. Is it's not fancy at all.
No.
But part of that virtue I think you're talking about is just the breakfast has not worked. It's not unique for breakfast to not work.
Yeah.
It's not working in a lot of places.
Yeah.
But to hone in on the virtue of just like slow down and eat breakfast. Just slow down and eat anything.
Anything.
Slow down.
I absolutely hate what has happened to like the McDonald's, the Pizza Huts, and I'm. That's a big reason why I want to get out of Columbia.
Yeah.
Columbia was just so. How fast can I get here? How fast can I get done?
Yeah.
And it's just
I learned in college in small business class that McDonald's, like a lot of these fast food places, intentionally keep it super cold and really uncomfy seats.
Really?
To get you out faster.
Huh.
So that's one of the things I appreciated about London, but it was kind of annoying. Have you ever been?
No.
Okay.
No. So we actually have a freshman from England on our team, and actually just got some tea. Her mom sent me some tea yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm excited. Look, I bought a cart for my office, called it my tea cart, and then also an electronic kettle.
Okay.
So I'm fired up.
You need to ask her, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to ask her about. So we went down to the Cotswolds and we had Lucy's. Like I think it's like afternoon tea, but what they call a scone, right, is not our scone.
Okay.
It's the best biscuit you'll ever have.
I'll
like
ask her about
it. Real like slap Cracker Barrel on the face kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not throwing shade at Cracker.
Yeah.
Actually, I am right now, but. You have to ask her because we went to Lucy's in the Cotswolds.
I will. She's supposed to give me a fun fact every day.
A fun fact
about
every
England.
day.
So I have a kid from England, Latvia, Spain,
Oh, awesome.
Canada, Ghana on our roster. And so a kid from England, Latvia, and Spain are supposed to bring me a fun fact about their country every day.
That's awesome.
And so,
but the thing I appreciated, but was even moderately annoying, was like they don't bring you the check. You have to ask for it.
Okay.
They will never bring it to you.
Okay.
Is what I found out.
Okay.
Which was kind of annoying as a really passive American. Like I'm sitting there like 45 minutes but I mean they will not come until you call them over to get it. And even like they don't even come much to like check on your drinks either, like unless you call for it. So you feel like rude calling for it, but I realize they're doing that because to them I think eating food for 2 hours, 3 hours is It's one of the things I appreciated over there. If it makes me anti-capitalist, it is that I never saw the same restaurant twice.
Right.
And it was slow.
Right.
It was slow. And the food was really good.
I bet.
But people have always dogged London for like no spice, like beans and, whatever.
Yeah,
I was like, no, this was really good.
Yes.
Some of the best burgers and fries I'd ever had.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, this is going out there obviously for live for everybody here, but, we're trying to get, our player to get us over to England next summer.
Oh, dude.
So like to her academy to see like, hey, look, like how can we get over there? I love England, like my wife Kyra as well. Like we love just kind of the history. Mm-hmm. I've always been interested in kind of the monarchy of and so just how that.
What do they call that?
I don't.
It's not the monarchy now.
No, but
what do they call that? Not the royal family. There's a word for it. Oh, dude, our small town educations are kicking us right now.
Right. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
I said the same thing though. I wasn't necessarily charmed by it, but I was interested in it.
Yeah.
I got to see the crown jewels. That was fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's cool. You got a London player. All that to say, we'll go get some lunch after this. Hole in the wall. But yeah, we need a place to slow down and eat breakfast. Do you take your kids when they like come in for a recruiting visit? Is there a certain place you try to take them?
Oh goodness.
You take them over to Riverbend?
So no. So we actually have a kid coming in next year from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
She just committed to us out of the 26th class.
Sweet.
Pretty excited about her.
Yeah.
And so we took her over to Muddy Mo at night to eat.
The best wings.
Again, like I live, in between Glasgow and Armstrong, and so it's kind of a little bit easy. I can just drive to Glasgow and
if you're gonna take them somewhere,
yeah. And so again, I'm from there. I think they love it. That I brought my team there last year to eat. And then
what do you get? What's your go-to thing?
Oh goodness, yellow jacket wings.
Yellow jacket.
Absolutely love them.
Boneless or bone in?
Bone in. Always.
Is that like a taste thing for you? Or is it a man thing for you?
Oh, that's a great question. Man thing.
It's a man thing?
When I was growing up, like it was always the boneless. But now I don't know, a flip switch, and I'm like, all right, I got to be a man.
It's kind of like when people are like, I love black coffee. I'm like, no, you don't.
I do.
You've acquired the taste, and you feel better about yourself when you didn't dump like 3 cups of sugar in it.
I mean, so like Fireside, they know what I'm getting every time I go. Yeah. It's done.
But objectively speaking, like I argue this about wine. Wine doesn't taste good. You had to acquire that taste. Yeah. I always thought wine was going to taste like Kool-Aid growing up.
Right.
Like your black cherry Kool-Aid.
Yeah, right.
No.
Nope.
Hot garbage. And I've yet to find any wine that I like. But no, that's how I am with boneless wings. Is like, just get over the man thing. I don't want to have to work for my food. Just let me cut it up in half, Like if I should be able to just cut it with a fork, eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
Instead, you're probably crying and trying to clean yourself off while you eat. That sounds miserable. Miserable.
But. Yeah, so yellow jacket. So I mean, me and my wife and our son Grayson, we probably, I'd say it's almost like an every Friday, every Saturday thing. We'll get to go and get a pizza, get some wings, and so
we had a weekly thing going, and then realized we were going to run out of money if we kept doing it. But Chick-fil-A on Monday nights, the Christian chicken,
Yeah.
But Monday nights we were like, all right, it's a Monday, we got it. But then like now for both of us to eat there, it's like $28. It's obnoxious.
Yeah.
What happened to like $7 a meal?
Right. What's happening? I mean, everything.
It's crazy.
Everything. Yeah.
But all right, well, let's get off the economy for a second. So you go to Central Methodist right out of college. Where do you go?
Right out of college. So I graduated in 2013 and got the opportunity to be a graduate assistant for the women's basketball team at Central.
And at that point, who was coaching?
James Arnold was the head coach. So did 2 years as graduate assistant, and then in the summers kind of worked a bunch of just high school camps for a company called Midwest Elite Basketball. Traveled all across the Midwest. I'm talking a kid coming from Glasgow has literally never been out of state until I joined the Central Methodist women's team. Never flew until then. I'm talking about my first flight was I remember we were playing in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, flew to Baltimore. I was scared. I mean, I had never flown before.
Pittsburgh airport's nice.
Yeah. All I think about is what could go wrong. What could go wrong? Yeah. And now I'm just, it doesn't.
I'd rather fly.
Yes. Yes, wouldn't much rather fly.
We've arrived.
Yeah, we have. We have.
First time I flew was in college too, and the same thing. I'm just like holding onto the seat like it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then I think by like my fourth flight, I was falling asleep on the plane.
Right. And so it's just just where it's taken me. I just, places I never would have thought of. Yeah. I mean, when I worked in the Central Midwest League basketball, I was down in Mississippi putting on, just me and one other coach putting on a camp for a high school team. Yeah. Never would have thought I would have been there,
So what were your goals when you graduated college? What was your mindset and your goals at that point, going into GA and hustling like that?
Yeah, just stay in college.
Stay in
college, yeah. Just wanted to coach in college. That was going to be what I want to do for my entire career. That was it. Whatever it took. So I did that for 2 years, and then who I was actually going to be a student assistant under, who was Michael Brooks. I mean, his wife was the head coach here at Central Methodist at the time. They ended up leaving the summer I was coming back to Central Methodist. And so he ended up getting a job as the assistant coach at Bradley University during that time. Then he became the head coach. And so kind of going through that spring, like I was actually going to be the assistant women's basketball coach at Central Methodist after my GA was up. And got contacted saying, hey, their director of operations spot was open. Division I is like, that's the dream. That is the dream. And so just me and Kyra were engaged at that point in time. Like this was like April when I got offered the job to go to Bradley. We were getting married in June. And so she just got offered the principal job at Glasgow Elementary at the same time. And we were both, just like, these are big things for our career, can take us in a lot of different avenues, whatever we wanted to do. And so I took the job, she took the principal job, and we lived the first 2 years of marriage apart from each other. And so, so May 1st, I think it was, I started at Bradley University, and came back for wedding. Was there a week before our wedding. Got married on Saturday, June 20th on a Saturday. And then Sunday kind of did the presents and all that. And then, boom, I was back to Peoria, back to work. Haven't gone on a honeymoon since 10 years later. Wow. Yeah, 1 kid later.
Did you catch any heat for stuff like that? Or any flack? Because it sounds like she must have been on board.
No, she's awesome.
I'm sure it was hard.
She's awesome. Yeah. I think every once in a while, just like, wish we would have done this. Like if anybody asks, I'm like, just do it. I don't want to say get it over with, but do it, because if not, you're going to be 10 years later and you haven't gone on one, like me. So
you're talking about a honeymoon.
Honeymoon, yeah.
I'm talking about like that decision isn't normal.
Oh, no, it's not.
Because we had a similar story, not living apart, but like in 2020, in those 6 months, I got this position at State Farm. Yeah. We got engaged. COVID shut down. Yeah. I moved about 3 months ahead of her, went back to get married in her uncle's backyard, and our honeymoon was driving back here. Yeah. And we got some heat around just like, that's not how you do it. Yeah. So did you?
Yeah. I think people ask, like, how are you going to do it? What are you going to do? Things like that. But I feel like our families have been so supportive in everything that we've done. And it's just been, it's been awesome.
Where'd you get married?
We got married here at Central Methodist in Lynn.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where'd you party after?
We went to, it was at Knights of Columbus Hall in Boonville.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so you spend the first 2 years apart?
First 2 years of marriage apart. So,
how often were you coming back?
If I had...
How long was that drive?
Probably the longest we were apart from each other, like where we didn't actually see each other, was a month. That was probably the longest. Literally... if I had an off weekend, when I had an off weekend, right. I'd come here. It was a lot of times it was her coming to Peoria. Gotcha. That's what it was. Just because, recruits and boosters.
Yeah, it never
events,
stops.
It doesn't.
The beautiful
stop.
thing about coaching at the college level is you can make it as busy as you want to.
Yeah.
It's going to be demanding, and then if you also, it will always reward the extra work that you put into.
Yes.
Sometimes too far to where you're like, oh yeah, I live here now. I live in my office.
Yeah. And try to stay away from that. Yeah. It's easy to do.
But I remember like back then the kind of the model was the Spoelstra model a little bit, the Sam Presti model of like, didn't Sam Presti sleep in the Spurs training facility?
Yeah.
And Spoelstra had a very similar going for, because that was me. I wanted to be a college coach when I was following at Truman State. And I was only like the equipment manager, but I very quickly, they let me watch film, cut up film, and then I was pointing out things that I saw, and then all of a sudden I'm the film manager. You know, so it's one of those things that this thing will typically reward pretty quickly the amount of time you put into it, and then if you catch the right connection, you're in the right spot, like you do up in Bradley.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it doesn't matter what you know. It literally does not.
I think it does a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, a little bit, but like a lot of it matters to who you know.
Right.
It really does.
After a certain point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think a lot when I talk to people that I'm interviewing or recruiting, your skill set matters, but there is like a part where the skill set and then who you know starts to matter a little bit more, and especially in coaching, it's exactly what it is. You're following different coaching
I think
trees.
Every job I've had, it's all became from a connection.
Really?
Every job.
But you had to have the skill set to even be at the table. That's what I mean.
Yes. Yeah. You had to have some sort of skill set, but every job I've gotten has been basically one that like I've never just flat out just applied. One of them, Battle High School. I applied for that one.
Yeah.
Didn't know a soul.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you're at Bradley for how many years?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Then what?
So I signed my contract to go back in April of 2018. Okay. And so I worked for brand new staff at that point in time. So my last 2 years there was a brand new staff.
Talking about Bradley?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And so I was going to go back. I was actually going to be the director of recruiting instead of director of operations. So, because I mean, my boss knew that I actually wanted to coach and wanted to do that. So she was changing my title, getting me more involved in recruiting and in that aspect. And my wife, Kyra, had the opportunity. She wanted to get back into administration. So she actually, so my third year at Bradley, she moved to Peoria. So gave her the principal job at Glasgow, moved, took a kindergarten teaching job in Peoria. And so we lived there together for a year.
She seems cool.
Yeah.
Should I get her on sometime?
Yeah, you should. You really should.
Would
you
she,
really
you
should.
think?
I think she would.
Okay.
I think she would. We bought a house. We bought a house in Peoria on January 2nd of 2018. Okay. Lived in it for 6 months.
Nice.
I mean, we love Peoria.
Yeah.
Loved it. From the food to the live music. We were doing something every weekend. There's always something going on, and it was great. But like, so she wanted to get back into administration. An opportunity opened up in Columbia. I mean, Columbia was the dream. Like, you know, like if you go to Columbia, it's like you made it.
Right.
You made it, right? And so got the opportunity. The interview process took, forever. Forever. I resigned because she got the principal job. I resigned in, I think it was July. I think it was.
Of 18.
From
Bradley.
And then, we moved back. I had no idea what I was going to do. I had no idea. But I told her, I was like, hey, look, like you allowed, I don't want to say allowed, but like we both get an opportunity at the same time. We both agreed upon like living apart from each other for 2 years. We pursued our dreams. And then you moved to Peoria. I'm like, it's my time. You know, like you want to get back into administration. I can coach anywhere.
That's right.
You know, and so even if I don't coach for a year or whatever the case may be, it is what it is. Yeah. If I don't coach, get it all like we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
And so moved back, lived at my mother and father-in-law's for about a month to 2 months until we found a house in Columbia. And
where'd you buy a house in Columbia?
We were on Route K, Arrowhead Lake. Mm-hmm. So our Barkus Ridge subdivision was right across the street from Arrowhead Lake.
Yeah.
That's where we were at.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep. Loved. I mean, it was a great house.
Yeah, we're on Mill Creek
bought
now,
at the
so I'm pretty close to that.
Where at?
Mill Creek. We're right in
there.
So pretty close to you down in there.
Yeah, bought at the right time.
Yeah, you did.
Man,
anything pre-2020 was the right time to buy real estate.
Oh my goodness, the right time.
And you knew it at that time.
We had no idea.
We had
no idea. Like when you look back now,
does the monthly payment work?
Like so the person that built our house, he built all the houses in that subdivision. And what's that?
Was it Hemi?
No, Danny Smith, Building Company, I think that's what it's called. Built all the houses. I mean, there's only like 40 some houses in that little subdivision, not very many. And but yeah, I mean, when he started after kind of 2020 and started seeing the prices for these other houses, like right next door to us, I'm like, holy cow. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We finished our basement and then,
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you do the work? Are you handy?
All of it. All of it. My father-in-law was big in it. Yeah. We finished the basement ourselves. Yeah.
Well, so one of the things I've always known about you, but obviously you can see it right now too, is just like, just a hustler. Like, is that a word that people would use to describe you?
Yeah.
Where the heck does that come from?
Oh my! I honestly think my dad.
Okay.
I really think my dad.
Tell me about him.
He's been a mechanic. I think pretty much his whole life.
Okay.
Our whole like young side, or like in an auto body, in a mechanic. And so now he works for Side Instructor Nobi, working on combines. And so,
but like, what did you pick up from him?
Just work ethic. I really think work ethic. I mean, we're always working, always doing something. And so I think that's just kind of where.
How would you describe like your childhood from an upbringing perspective? Were your parents together?
Yeah, together. Okay. Yep.
Still are?
Yeah, still are.
Beautiful.
Still are. So they were married in, I think it was April of 1990. I was born in August of 1990.
There you go.
So
there we go.
Yeah. You know. You put some things together, right? Yeah. And then been together ever since.
You weren't a super premium.
So nope.
Okay.
Nope. So
very cool.
Yeah. And then I think so. I mean, just from
what does your mom do? Does she work?
Yeah, she works at Head Start here in Fayette.
Okay.
So yeah. So I think that's where a lot of it comes. And just like, I don't know, I just always have just believed in hard work. Also just believed in like, I don't know. I want to feel like I built something. Right now, we put a pool in our backyard this year. I've got some estimates, and I was just like, you know what? Let's see if I can do this myself. And father-in-law helped a lot.
YouTube it.
What?
Did you do a lot of YouTube learning?
I watched some videos on it.
There you go.
And so we put in a pool in our backyard, and I mean,
in ground. You did it
in ground.
Dude, you probably saved like $80,000.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Saved a lot. Saved a lot.
Smokes.
And so, put it in ourselves. And then right now, I'm currently building a garage. We're renovating a home that was built in 1852.
Oh,
dude. I mean, we're doing it basically all ourselves.
Awesome.
Yep. Except for the concrete.
You got me beaten. I got an 1887 house
1887, yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I looked at, I mean, I've looked at the inside. You guys have done great work.
Job on that.
Great work.
I'm sad we don't live there anymore. It's an epic house. But I still own it, unfortunately, or fortunately. I don't know what the Lord has in store. But I do have like the last 11 buildable acres in town that I'm just going to hold.
Hold on to it. I mean, God's not making any more land. You know what I mean? Like, if you got it.
Not until Elon gets us on the moon, but
right. Yep.
Sorry, not to shout. That's kind of been suppressed in the news for a while since he and Trump dealt it out. But my new idea after. Did you watch my most recent interview with Kyle from Central Methodist, the Nalowski, the golfer?
I've started it. I have started it.
After, I'm very easily impressed. Like once you and I talk, my next idea will be doing something around basketball. I'm sure, but my idea right now is my 11 acres. Building so they just in Versailles, he got them to build like a 4 bay indoor outdoor like garage driving range for the golf team.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could do that.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I kind of want to do that now because I'm way into golf right now.
Yeah.
Are you still golfing?
I mean, not
a lot of places to golf.
No, between my job.
What were you shooting though when you were shooting 3 days a week?
Okay, so when I was there, our associate head coach, Paul Fessler, we still talk all the time, and is a big golfer. I mean, he's, I'm not sure how old he is. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say. But he, a phenomenal basketball mind. I learned so much from him whenever I was there, and I owe a lot of credit to him. Yep. But from a golf standpoint, I mean, he may know more golf. Okay. I mean, the dude can play.
Awesome.
Can play. And so we played probably 3 to 4 times a week.
That's so fun.
And then we would be at the driving range. Again, like it was just me. Yeah. My wife was here. I'm like, what? Yeah. Yeah. So
I wish I was into golf when I was single.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm not happy about being married, but there's so many things that I wish I would have taken advantage of.
Yeah. And so in Peoria, again, like it's they have so many golf courses because like Caterpillar, the headquarters are there. I mean, executives are flying in from all over the place, and that's what they went and did. That's where the business deals were made, right? You know, and so we played all the time. And I think the best I ever shot was, and that, again, this is still not good, was a 90.
Hey, no,
you know what I mean?
There's like 1% of the people that break 90.
But it was so nice getting just the feeling of like you walk up to the ball and you're like, oh, we're 180 yards out. Yeah, give me this club. Boom, and you just lay it right up there on the green.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about a confidence booster right there. I mean, you're walking around like you're like, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of get quiet and you're like, guess I'll do this professionally now.
Right. Or it's like on my way to our house, there was a public course and it was kind of, the front 9 was pretty flat.
Yep.
So I'd go walk it. I'd play 9 holes and be out. I'd be done in an hour and a half. I'm like, I mean, like prior to this time, like I'm walking, it's going to take me 3 hours plus just to finish. No, hour and a half. Yeah. But when
I'm big into golf now, so and I've broken 90 twice now. Shot an 86.
There we go.
So 2 sets of 86 now.
There we go.
Now I just go to Midway golfing games like every day on the way home.
Go.
It's obnoxious. I asked Tim Ross for like, can I get a member? It was hilarious. This legit happened. I texted him yesterday. I was like, hey, how can I get like a member card so I can get unlimited balls? And he goes, that's easy. Just buy the whole thing from me. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. What, 10 million? Yeah. So I was like, I'll see if Exchange will loan me that. But
right.
Well, cool. I don't know. I squirreled again. So you then are at Bradley, and then she gets an administrative job over at Columbia.
Yep.
And so now you're coming back, and you've got a little bit of a gap before battle.
So I came back to Central Methodist. They needed a director of student life. For that year. And
when was that?
It would have been 18-19.
Okay, yep. So still we didn't overlap there either. I was gone by 16.
We were coming here with nothing. Like I mean, I had no job lined up, and I thought about my a relative of mine kind of had a landscape business. I was like, hey, if you just need some extra help, kind of got back to me a little bit later, which was fine. I was like, no, but took a job at Central Methodist. Again, I love Central. Yeah. Loved it. Loved my time as a student. Loved my time as a GA. And
who got you to Central? There's always a person everybody remembers, right? On who got them to Central, or who was maybe your most impactful person.
Oh goodness,
was it Fred Smith?
As a freshman, yeah. And DJ Flashpuller, who was my junior babe coach. He was a GA then, but he left before I had got there as a freshman. But yeah.
And then coming back to Central, who brought you back?
So again, I'm just looking for a job. Had no idea. I knew of Brad Dixon, who was dean of students.
Yep.
And so kind of just got connected with him. I think it was literally like, I'd put my 2 weeks in at Bradley, so I still did my 2 weeks there, worked and everything, and was kind of trying to figure things out during those 2 weeks, and got connected with Brad. And I think it was I interviewed on a Friday. The job was offered to me on a Friday.
Heck yeah.
And he's like, when can you start? I'm like, I'll be here Monday.
You dog.
I'll be here Monday.
Yes, sir.
And so just went, from one mode right into a whole completely different mode. Had no idea what I was doing.
But that sounds like you.
Right. I had no idea what I was doing. But at the end of the day, it's all the same. I mean, you're trying to provide a great experience for students. That's what you're trying to do.
Yep.
And so that's what was my mission, in just a different way.
Yeah.
Non-athletics. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So then what?
So did that for a year. There was a fire inside of me that was missing. My wife knew it. She'll talk about that year. It was like rough because I'm
just
at
barking
home.
at her at home.
Yeah, I'm at home watching the game and I'm getting fired up. Like I'm telling you,
what kind of games are you watching?
Just watching basketball.
College,
NBA.
College.
Not a big NBA guy. Not a big NBA. I'll watch it at the end.
Sure.
Like I'll watch it.
That's when it's good. In the playoffs.
Yes, and I'll watch it for
hustling.
actions. So, like whatever they're doing offensively, defensively, I'll watch it for that. But other than that, like I'm not watching. But college, I'm watching. And so again, I'm still like big into Bradley. I still am till this day. And so watching the men's team, watch the women's team, but like watching the men's team, I think it was that year they ended up winning the MVC tournament championship to go to the national tournament. First time in like Wardle's history there. I mean, he what I'm doing here at Central is what he did at Bradley on the men's side, completely started over. And so he built it into that. I mean, now they're really good.
I should back up. Did you coach women's or men's?
Women's.
Bradley?
Women's.
Has it always been
always
women?
been women's.
Is that what you want to be in, or is that just what it's been?
Yeah, now it's just what it's been. Yeah. What it's been. Love it. Love it.
Did you have a specific that you wanted to coach coming out of college?
No specific.
Nice.
Nothing.
Do you prefer coaching women now?
Yeah, now. Yeah.
Why?
100%. Not as many egos.
That's what I hear everybody say.
Yeah. A little bit more, I think a little bit more coachable.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably also a little more realistic too.
Yeah.
Well, now women's sports blowing up with Caitlin Clark and all that.
Blowing up.
I love it. And Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah.
Going nuts. Are they both hurt right now? That's a bummer.
They are both hurt.
Yeah.
Both hurt.
Do you watch WNBA?
I watch WNBA.
Okay.
I do watch WNBA.
Because I'm sure that's a little closer than watching NBA because NBA can just be lazy. 135 points a game. Good Lord.
Oh, yeah. I do watch that. So like...
anyway, sorry. Your student life.
Yeah.
And then...
So I did want to get back into coaching and just didn't know kind of talked with Central a little bit. Just some things didn't work out, which is okay.
Who was coaching girls then? Was it Davis?
Davis. Yep. Some things didn't work out. And so my brother was the head boys coach at Slater High School.
Right.
Yeah. And I talked to him. He had his assistant spot was open. They had a teaching spot where it's like a full-time substitute was open. And I'm like, well, let's go give it a shot.
You're living in Columbia, right?
Living in Columbia.
Did you at any time in there apply for Fayette?
At that point in time?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, not at that point in time.
Okay.
And
I was about to
not at that
throw
point.
at least 8 grenades if you did. So.
Not at that point in time. When I was going to go work for my brother, I was going to be his assistant and was going to be middle school track coach. And
hold on. What would you have you and your brother coached together before?
Never. And I was excited.
You were pumped?
I was pumped.
What's your guys' dynamic? You're oldest.
Oh man, he is very strong-headed.
Okay.
And whatever he wants, that's what it's going to be. I'm that way, but I can also
You've been an assistant before.
Be pretty chill about some things,
Logan and I's dynamic. We've coached before, and Logan, when we coached together, bad cop and I was good cop.
Yeah.
So I was curious.
Yeah,
it sounds like maybe
I don't know how it would have worked. I have no idea. I mean, it would have been fun.
You kind of wish you could see it.
For a year.
Absolutely.
And so, I was going to go there. I was employed with Slater for 2 weeks.
Oh God.
For 2 weeks. Never step foot teaching at Slater. But you want to know something? Those people were so amazing in my journey. And because assistant job at Moberly Area Community College opened up. It's Moberly, like the junior college. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to basketball, women's and men's, it's like you don't have to ask for anything. Like it's you have everything you need. And so it's always been a dream. I had some relatives that played at Moberly. I grew up going to some Greyhound games and just I'm like,
that's always where post-district play was, where it wasn't.
In high school. Great facility, great scholarships, great budget. Just, great boosters. Everybody just cared about you. And so
I think I only played in there once, but it was so big. Like my depth perception was so off. Not that I was a good player, but man, when you got in there, you're just
it's different. It's different. And I got the opportunity, met with Coach Hannah Hayden. I kind of knew of her a little bit, but just had a connection and called and then went up there and interviewed, offered me the job that day. And
wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. And again, this is August. So school had already started basically there, or it's getting ready to start. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And so I talked to my brother and he's like, look, man, there's going to be no hard feelings either way. He's like, do what you got to do. Like, think about your career, your future. And I knew I wanted to get back into college. And so, I had to tell Slater that I'm like, sorry, I can't take it. And they're so supportive. They're just, hey, like, we were lucky to have you, for 2 weeks, and was like, you got to just, you can't turn this opportunity down. You can't. I would have made the most money at that point in time of my life if I went to Slater.
If you went to Slater?
Yeah. I was going to be making about $45,000 and took a $28,000 paying job to go be assistant at MACC. 10-month contract.
I love it.
10-month contract.
Whew.
Yep.
But you weren't scared.
Yeah. No. Weren't scared.
You got Sugar Mama over there.
Yeah, that's right. Let me tell you something, man. Yeah. Yes. That is the truth.
Ultimate leverage right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I was offered $24,000.
Yep.
And I was like, look, I got a master's degree. Can
you roll it up?
Yeah, can I
$4,000?
Yeah. Like, so 28, man, 28. And just, I mean, my entire mission on that job was to make sure I was making my boss look good.
Yeah. What was your position again there?
Assistant coach.
Assistant women's?
Assistant coach. Like, my mindset going into that was I wanted to be the best recruiter in the country. I don't know if I really was or not.
Where does that mindset come from? Like you wanting to be the absolute best at everything?
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want to be, I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be, I don't know. And so, I just wanted to be that. And we ended up that year, we went 30-2. I believe I didn't recruit a single kid on that team. So I'm not taking that's all Coach Hannah and the staff that she had prior to. And
what year is this?
This was 2019-20.
Is there any notable like local players on that?
No. Okay. St. Louis, then just kids from other states.
Yep.
And so I went 30-2, won the region, and won our district. I told my staff this yesterday. I said, I told myself going into that year, I love Four Roses. I don't know if Four Roses, like a whiskey bourbon.
No.
Love it.
Okay.
And so I don't drink it. I really don't drink at all.
Sure.
But on occasion, like if something big time happens, And so I love Four Roses. And I told myself if we make it to the national tournament this year, I'm gonna have some Four Roses. I'm gonna buy me a new pair of Cole Haan's dress shoes. Love Cole Haan dress shoes. Love them. Like if you want to sponsor,
have you seen Wolf and Shepherds before?
I have not.
These might be your new Cole Haans.
Okay, all right.
They're athletic dress shoes.
That's all I wear when I'm coaching.
Not to throw you off your sponsor,
right?
There, but
right. Yeah. But if Cole Haan's wants to sponsor me, let's do it. I'm all in. And
so that's your celebratory.
So
Cole
man, got home. Let me tell you something. We went to Council Bluff, Iowa, played Iowa Western, beat them on their court to go to the NCAA or NJCAA national tournament. And it's about 6-hour drive maybe to Council Bluff, something like that. I mean, it's JUCO, dude. JUCO. I'm driving the bus.
Yeah, you are.
And you drive it up, you drive it back. And so I got home. I think my wife left the next day. Kyra left the next day to go to a principal's conference, and bought me a new pair of Cole Haan's, and had some Four Roses, and just lived life, man. And then COVID hit. Didn't get to go to the national tournament. I'm devastated.
That's so frustrating.
Devastated. I thought we had a team that year. We were I want to think we were like the 14th seed going into the tournament, but I really feel like we had a team that out of 32.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was 32 teams that went. I think I could be wrong. I'm not 100% for sure. But I really thought we had a team that, we were so locked in. We were so focused. We were all on the same mission that we could have done some damage in that tournament. And that team never got to. So, it was
Where is it Hannah?
Hannah Hayden.
Where's she at now?
Georgia Southern.
No
Division
way.
1 head women's basketball.
Wow.
Yeah, man, I get some crazy stories,
That's
dude,
awesome.
about just connections and what ifs. Some crazy stories. And so I was there with her for 2 years, learned a lot. She really let me be a coach. Let me just do me. Yeah. Absolutely loved it. And so we talk daily now.
That's awesome.
And so
Georgia Southern.
Yep. Was with her for 2 years at Moberly. And then was just like, man, opportunity to run your own program, and just how long can you make $28,000 work this out? Like wanting to start a family, right? Like go to Battle High School, was there for 3 years. So
yeah. So how'd you get there? That's when you said you just applied.
Yeah, I just applied, man. Okay. I didn't know anybody. Again, my wife was the principal at Battle Elementary, on the same campus and all that. But still, I had zero ties to Battle High School.
Who hired you?
Alex Huck.
Okay.
Alex Huck was athletic director. And
did you know Cedric over there, the football coach?
He's now at he was at Hickman, I think, right?
Maybe during that time.
Yeah, during that time,
he's at Rockbridge.
Yes, he was at Hickman. He was at Hickman.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't think he was crossover.
I want to talk about something. I didn't know anybody at all. Hadn't taught at all. I did my student teaching, but I have never taught. And so
you had to now.
Had to.
So what did you teach?
Had to PE.
Okay.
PE.
Right.
So
that's
team
what you got
sports,
your degree in.
I taught
right?
like all team sports. That's all it was.
Nice.
All team sports. And so did that for 3 years. Took over a program that had never had a winning season.
Did you turn it around? I haven't followed.
Went into three winning seasons.
That's awesome.
First year we went 14-13 or 15-13, something like that.
Take it.
Year 2 returned all of our top kids. And we went 20-8.
What do you mean by returned? All your top kids?
All of our starters, basically from the year before.
Yeah, like when you say returned, were you
so
concerned they were going to
transfer? Just didn't graduate. Didn't graduate.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
I don't know how much of that actually happened in Columbia.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
We can get into that. I don't know.
You'd be surprised. And so we basically returned all but one starter and went 20-8. We beat Rockbridge for first time in school history.
That had to be,
dude. It was. It was
awesome feeling.
Yeah, I cried afterwards. It's just these kids, like 4 of them play for me now at Central. That play for me at Battle. 4 of them do, and it's just they helped me build that there, and I had 3 consecutive winning seasons. Never won a district. Class 6 basketball is so tough.
Gosh.
It is.
And you're a brand new school.
Yeah.
When did Battle start?
Oh, that's a great question. I think my first year was the 10th year.
Okay, so it's been around a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's the newest high school over there.
High school, yeah.
The perception of Battle is that it is like gone downhill significantly. What's up with that?
You hear all that noise and until you're actually there, it's not.
It's way out there.
It is way out there. Out by the golf course. Beautiful school, beautiful campus, great people. Yeah. Loved my time there. Absolutely loved it. I was heartbroken to leave. Really was.
Why'd you leave?
Something new. I will say this. One thing that I hated about working at a big high school was I always felt like there was no true community support. True, like that's what everybody just bled. Like that's what Glasgow.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody was a yellow jacket.
Yeah. That's why I just didn't like. I just didn't like that about the biggest school. Again, being a small town kid,
Yeah, I wonder if that would have been like a different experience, even at a Hickman.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hard to know.
I don't know. Plus, we were already moving back. We were moving back to the family farm, and it was just like
that was before leaving Battle.
That was
you
before
guys
leaving Battle. We were
move.
deciding we were moving.
What did you do that for?
And we just wanted to have the opportunity to kind of have a lot of space.
Yeah, so we're sneaking right out
close to family.
You're starting a family.
Yeah.
So give me the timeline of when you decided to move, kid, stuff like that.
Yeah, so we let's see here, we had Grayson in April of 2023. And so that would have been my second year 2 at Battle.
Yep.
And it's kind of that time frame ish. And so my wife's grandfather passed away. The house that we live in was kind of vacant for a couple of years, and asked family about the potential of moving into it, renovating it. And
but why did you want to do that instead of living in Columbia?
Just we've always wanted acreage.
Gotcha.
Even when we lived there, we looked at a couple places that had some acreage and things like that.
What's minimum acreage for you?
Oh goodness.
Knowing that you come from a small town. Okay.
10 was like what we was looking at.
Yeah.
And so it's just, we wanted our Grayson and we have a son on the way in October, to grow up kind of like how we did, small town. Did
you say you have one on the way?
One on the way.
In October?
October.
What's the due date?
30th.
30th.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got 3 games that week.
You would. You would. Dude, my cousin Ryan
Great
coaches
planning.
at Jackson now, and they end up having a baby every fall.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Mid-season. It's
Yeah.
good job, you guys.
Yeah,
Good
great job.
Nice work.
That's all right. You know, like I have a phenomenal staff that is just killing it right now, killing it. I don't have to do a whole lot. They're dominating.
So you're in Battle.
Yeah.
You moved to Armstrong area, and now you're commuting a ways. Yeah. Do you think that kind of pulled you into trying to find something this way?
It did. Like I always kind of told myself, like I don't want to drive an hour to coach.
Dude, and
definitely being a head coach.
You hit some of those drives, and you're like, contemplating your life.
Yeah. Yep. And everything happens for a reason. You know, it's crazy how things just turned out. And you know, my last year at Battle. When our season ended, I think like 2 weeks after the season ended, I had an interview for a high school job closer here. Didn't get it, which was nope. I wasn't Fayette.
Are you going to say it?
No, I won't say it. And so one that has a lot of history, a lot of just community support, and that's what I was looking for. That's what I was wanting. And where every kid that goes to middle school there, they feed into that one school.
Well, so let's pause for a second.
Yeah.
Because when you were in college, the goal was college.
Yeah.
When did that shift for you? Or has it shifted?
Yeah.
I guess you're in college now.
Yeah.
But you were applying for high school.
Yeah, I think it was just we were moving to the family farm. Like the radius of jobs was there's, you know, a few. And so you kind of got to be picky and you kind of got to grow up.
Yeah. So what sat at the top seat for you was family, and your job would find out what's second.
Yep.
Because that does feel like if you want to pursue the ladder of college coaching, this is what like my Uncle Greg has said and has opportunity to go to next level stuff.
Yeah.
But he's like, you kind of have to give up your family.
Yeah.
And this man is somebody who goes in at 5 a.m. and leaves at 9 p.m. anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, you're saying that?
Right.
You don't see your family anyway. So it sounds like for you, you've, at least for the time being, families at the head seat.
Yeah.
The chase of ending up at Georgia Southern or Georgia Tech
and I had opportunity
or whatever. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
And
So families at the head then.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're back in high school. You're applying for some high school jobs.
Yep.
You applied for Fayette, right?
Yeah.
Will you tell me the story around that?
Yeah. So, you know, it really is, you know, even prior to that, you know, another college had opened up locally, not NEI, not NCA, Christian school, and interviewed there. I was fired up about it. I thought my vision, mission aligned exactly with what they wanted.
With what place?
Central Christian College of the Bible.
In Moberly.
Yeah, in Moberly.
Okay. Yeah.
I was fired up about it.
Yeah.
And I had phenomenal conversations with them. I really thought that whenever we talked, it was very genuine, very like not an interview. Yep. It was just like we're just talking. And I was offered the job. In the meantime, I had learned from experience about not putting my eggs in one basket. So, you know, again, I wanted to focus on family. I didn't want to drive an hour every day teaching and coaching, because I knew it was going to be crazy. And so I'm like, I applied for several different jobs. Yep. And so Central Christian was a college one. Fayette High School was one. And then, so again, I'm going through my interview on campus on a Monday. The next day I get a text that Central Methodist had opened up. I had still applied for Fayette, I think, in that time frame. Right. I think they just hadn't done interviews yet, or it might have been like a week or two later. And so, yeah, my world is going nuts right now. Like
I want day by day in these
my
weeks.
mind is going crazy.
What's
I'm
going
just
on?
like, what, because I'm getting like college. I'm like college head job, one where I can also focus on my family, also be a college coach. It was ideal. Yeah. And my dream was always to be the head women's basketball coach at Central Methodist. That had always been my end goal dream. I just loved the school, loved the campus, and I'm like, you know what? I can go to Central Christian, maybe win some games, you know, it opens up. I maybe have put myself in a really good opportunity to become the head coach there.
Absolutely.
And if I get it, great. If I don't, you know what? At least I did everything I possibly could to do it.
That's right.
So again, interview at Central Christian on Monday. They told me they let me know something by Thursday.
Okay.
So
that same you hadn't talked to Fayette yet.
No, I hadn't talked to Fayette yet.
So when you said you were on campus interviewing, that was at Central Christian.
Yep.
On Monday. Tuesday, you get a text
from. I won't say who.
Dang it, I'm fishing for it too.
Yeah, you are.
I could probably assume.
Yeah,
but
I get a text that Central Methodist had opened up, and I'd kind of heard that Monday night that it was open, but from somebody completely outside of Central Methodist, and so I was kind of debating like how do I go about it, and I just kind of decided I was like, hey, just let it happen. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yep.
And so I get a text if I was interested, and boom. You know, I'm like, yeah. And
okay.
but I'm like, I was very honest. I said, I have another job that I am a finalist for, and I'm going to know by Thursday.
Yeah.
I have a really good feeling that it's mine. And so Thursday, I get a phone call. I'm offered the job. And yeah, I'm sitting here like, man, I got a college job. I'm offered. My dream job is open, but they're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. And so
where's Fayette in the middle of all this?
Not even there yet.
Okay, so
not even there yet.
At least third on the list.
Not even there yet. And so I ask against Central Christian, their administration, I'm like, can you give me a little bit of time? I just want to talk to my wife. I hadn't even told them about Central Methodist yet. And so I think I end up having another phone call with them, and I tell them that like, hey, like this is the situation that I'm in. I absolutely loved every conversation that I had. I love what you guys are about, like, but my alma mater, my dream school, opened up, and I think I need to take the opportunity to at least see what happens.
Yeah.
And I mean, they talked to me. They're like, hey, like, well, what if it doesn't happen? I was like, it's just, I got to do what I got to do. I prayed about it. I woke up 2 times. I did 2 nights. So one night I woke up in the middle of the night, just something in my gut was telling me to say no, go to wait on Central Methodist.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm going to one more night. I'm going to do one more night of that. And same thing happened. Woke up in the middle of the night. Guts just telling me just say no, wait.
Wow.
That's what I did.
Okay.
Woke up, told Kyra, I'm like, I'm going to say no. I'm going to wait and see what happens at Central Methodist. And, she was just like, remember, like eggs in a basket, like you've been burned once before.
Yeah.
Don't, And so 2 weeks go by.
2 weeks go by from saying no to
something like that time frame. I think it was.
You didn't sleep.
Oh man, I didn't. Fayette High School opens up. Yep.
Wait. At that Monday point though, had you applied?
Fayette? I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't think
Fayette's
so.
not even in the race.
I don't think they're no.
You've applied to Central Christian and Moberly.
Yeah.
Central Christian and CMU.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so a couple weeks go by after you say no to CCB.
Yeah.
Then Fayette opens up,
and I'm just like, well, you know what? Again, the eggs and basket, the whole thing of like family, and then the commute.
Short drive.
Short drive. I mean, my nephews go to school here at Fayette, and I'm like,
how cool? Nephews?
Brady and Bowen Clements, Colton and Carissa.
Man, I gotta get to know some people.
Yeah. So they go. I'm like, how cool would that be?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, we're moving there. Like, I don't know the ins and outs. I'm like, okay, if I'm teaching there, maybe Grayson can go to school, at Fayette with me teaching there. I don't know I don't know the ins and outs. You have to pay taxes. I don't, all that type of stuff. I don't know. But I'm just like, yeah, this is maybe this is me. Yep. It's okay. Yep. And I'm willing to live with it.
Yep.
And so they had.
You apply.
I applied and have an interview like that. Pretty much snap. I'm again. It's late. It's late. This is May, June.
This was late.
June ball for high school is about to start up.
Yep.
And so interview.
Who'd you interview with?
Oh gosh, who was there? Ross. Dobson, the new principal. Jason.
Okay.
And
Doolin in there?
Garth.
Okay.
Yep. Doolin wasn't there yet.
Okay.
Or he was there, but I think he might have been gone on vacation or something. I don't know, but he wasn't there. And so again, had great conversation, great interview, all that. And again, I kind of known all 3 of them prior to,
right.
And so I get offered the job, At this, I think
from who? You get offered the job from
Fayette. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Offered a job. And I hate saying that because I putting business out there, but I don't want to put anything to what what's going on there at Fayette now. I think Coach Rachel's phenomenal, doing a great job. And so I got offered a job. And I just had to be honest with him. I said, hey, look, I just had an on-campus interview at Central Methodist. I should know within the next day or two.
And then you did?
Yeah. Okay. And then I got the call saying, hey, we're offering you a job. And had to say no. Had to say no to Fayette. And crazy.
That is a whirlwind.
It was wild. It was a roller coaster.
And
then
it at least makes me feel better because I didn't know all the specifics around it.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of talk. I had a lot of people. Yeah.
You could easily probably assume that Fayette just didn't give you the job, which I was like, that's a strong assumption to make, and people should know what they're talking about before they talk.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It makes me feel a lot better that they at least offer you the job.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk. I mean, I had a lot of text messages from just random people, or just even people to my family that they saw like, oh, I heard you're taking the Fayette job, heard like this and that, and just like, you'll find out when it happens.
That's where I wish we were back on like flip phones.
Yeah,
I'm real close to just buying a flip phone with a separate number just for like 3 or 4 people.
If I didn't coach, I would not be on social media. If I did not coach, I would not be on social media.
I've said that a lot. If I didn't have to run businesses with it, I think I'd nuke it.
Yeah.
And my wife would be mad, but I'd be like, just call me.
Yeah.
Just call me if you need something.
Yep. Yeah. So
you had like a 2-day turnaround from getting offered the Fayette job to getting offered the Central job.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was a Thursday. I got offered a job. I was offered the job that morning. I remember it was a Wednesday. So Wednesday I had my on-campus interview because I was offered the job the next day. I remember sitting in the president's office. It was me and Jeff Shermer, athletic director, and president said
and Dr. Drake.
And Dr. Drake, yep.
Yeah. I really want him on sometime.
Oh yeah, I mean, yes, sharp.
He'd come on.
He is sharp.
He and I have played tennis together.
Yeah, he is sharp.
I think I can call us buddies.
Yeah, there you go.
I've had charcuterie in his house.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's sharp. He is sharp, very sharp. He is just like, hey, if we offered you the job today, would you take it? I said, I came here and I told my wife, I said, I've never done this for any other job, but I told my wife, I'm not calling you and asking you if it's okay for me to take this. We're not talking about it. Like, if it's offered to me, I'm taking this job.
And your wife said,
and she said, yes, okay.
Dude, your wife's cool.
I understand. And
that sounded like I'm like comparing her to my wife. I'm totally not.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, because we've been through maybe not that much of a whirlwind, but when you go through hard life stuff together, it's going to mostly affect your spouse. And it's awesome when you have people in your life that are like, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. And so the next day, they called me Thursday morning, offered me the job, and they're like, hey, can you come up this afternoon, take pictures and all that stuff? I'm there the afternoon taking pictures, and I'm already in, what do we got to do? Like, where's the state of the program?
Time to get to work.
Right. And I think my contract started that Monday. I think it was on the 1st, but I was in Friday. Saturday, and Sunday, I'm pretty sure, working. And because I'm like, it's just a flip switches, man. It's just like, I've been a part of really good college programs and built a pretty good high school program at Battle in those 3 years. And it was just
So this is May of 24.
June
of 24.
June.
And when do you realize you have no roster?
And at the interview.
At the
interview, yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by, you guessed it, me, Landon Ball, State Farm agent. Do you feel like insurance doesn't make any sense? You are not alone. My team and I are trying to figure that out like every day. If you want to understand your insurance policy better, specifically if you have like a life or car or home insurance policy that some brother-in-law or uncle twice removed sold you years ago, reach out to my team here in Fayette at 660-248-2424 or go to our website at FayetteInsuranceTeam.com. Please don't call me with anything non-insurance related. Don't call our office if it's not about insurance. Please don't call or contact our office if it's about ice cream shop, anything that's not insurance related. Thanks. Okay, so you get there, June of 24, no roster.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah. Putting a roster together.
So you immediately what?
Yeah, putting
a
roster together, putting a staff together.
What does it look to build a roster now? Is there like an online recruiting portal thing that you guys can use?
There is. NCAA has a portal. we don't have access to that. Their social media, goodness, social media.
That's how you find. Like, how do you find kids?
If you're not using social media to recruit, you're behind. You know,
like,
because kids are posting their highlights. They're, you know, there's even just companies. I don't even call them companies. There's just contributors that are posting on social media that, hey, this kid is transferring from such and such, or this kid's still available, and you got to use it. You got to use it. And so, yeah.
Obviously, I'm assuming you have some people that have applied to come to CMU that you can work with, right?
Yeah.
And then you're hitting the social medias. What was your first? I assume most coaches have a moment like this. What was your first professional I need help call after you've gotten the job? Like they're like, all right, I'm building a roster from zero. Who did you call? Hannah.
Yeah,
cool.
100%.
All right.
First one. I mean, just
so tell me about that.
Just JUCO connections. Just kids that she still may know that's available. Hit up Paul Fessler, who I worked with at Bradley immediately. Then there's other junior college coaches that I knew about, and then got messages that kids wanted to come play for me that I had previously coached.
Yeah.
You know, and
Sweet.
so yeah. Then all went from there and put a roster of 16 together in a month and a half.
Wow,
month and a half. Yeah.
So tell me about last year.
Yeah, one of the hardest years of my life. I'll be 100% up and honest. One point in time was probably the darkest time of my life ever. I mean, still love coaching. Love it was tough.
Mm-hmm.
It was tough. You know, everything was happening so fast. There's no time to plan. There's no time to think about what you're doing from an XO standpoint. I know what I want to do, but does it fit this team? Because at the end of the day, you're just putting a roster together in a month and a half. Mm-hmm. But one thing that I wanted to do was wanted to recruit great kids, great people to Central Methodist, and I'll always stand by that. And so I thought we did that. Yeah. We brought in some phenomenal individuals.
Yeah, I mean, that's always a good place to start. When you talk about trying to develop things the way you want to see done, are you talking about like specific schematics in a way that you run a certain offense or defense? Okay.
Yeah.
Probably limited in such a tiny window to do that.
Yeah, very.
If it is ideal, like what is your schematic kind of, not asking you for proprietary stuff, but like, you know, what's kind of your ideal schematics?
Yeah, fast, decisive, and free is what we are offensively. We want to play to a 4 or 5 out kind of motion, trigger-oriented offense. Yep. Trying to score within the first 8 to 10 seconds of the shot clock. Wow. And after that, we flow into some triggers. And
so how does that influence your recruiting?
We want to be very dynamic. It starts defensively. Coach Jeremy Lang is my now assistant. He's my associate head coach. He runs our defense, and we recruit based off of that. Because we want to be dynamic to where anybody can guard anybody. Mm-hmm. Anybody can play any position on the floor. That's what we want. That's what we want. So that's where it starts.
Yep.
And then it also does it fit from our academic standpoint? Does it fit from a person standpoint into our program?
Yeah.
So
sweet.
Yeah.
So I assume from a body type perspective, then you're probably trying to recruit just very athletic. Yeah. Not necessarily
everybody can stretch the floor. Everybody can shoot.
Stretch the floor. Everybody can shoot. Yep. And that feels like basketball has just moved that way in general.
It is. Like, I don't mind.
Do you think it'll ebb back though?
I don't know.
To the big man?
At the end of the day, there's so many different ways to skin a cat. Mm-hmm. You know, right? You could be 6'3" and just a back to the basket and be really, really good. It doesn't matter. Yep. It really doesn't matter. It's just what you like to do. Yeah.
But it's harder for those people to be versatile.
It is. It is. For the way we play, I want to be very versatile. Yeah. We call our, typical post players bosses in our system.
All right.
I'm trying to get to work on our website to be like not put forward, put bosses, but we can't get it worked out right now.
Point a new position.
Yeah. And so, it's nobody's fault. Essential. It's just the big thing that we use. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're bosses. We could play 3 bosses at one time. We could play 2. We could play 1. It just all depends. And so I just want to be as versatile as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. The game's definitely changed in that direction for sure.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like now if you are a big person, like a big tall for a girl 6'3".
Yeah.
You're going to have to be really good to be on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, we had a 6'4" kid on campus last week.
Wow.
but versatile.
Versatile. Yeah, you can't be one dimensional anymore. I don't even know if you can be two.
Can't. I think you can be two. You can be two, and we can develop the third.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
Okay. So last year, one of the hardest years for life.
Yeah.
What made it hard?
Just I think you go from building a program at Battle to what it was, but now everything being on steroids. That's what I told people.
What does that mean?
Like college, is everything on steroids. Everything's bigger, faster, stronger. Everything is evaluated a whole lot more. Yep. It's I tell
a lot more business.
Yeah, it's like I told my kids coming in from Battle. I said, guys, I'm going to be a way different coach than I was at Battle. Way different, because if I got let go from my coaching job at Battle, I still have my teaching job.
Yep.
I get let go of my job here at Central. What am I going to do next?
Yep.
I don't have a paycheck.
You can hustle some insurance if you want to. If that happens.
Yeah,
if you need a job,
there we
got
go.
you.
Backup plan.
You'll take a 2-week job with me and then go somewhere else. That's what'll happen for sure.
Right.
And I'll be like, it was a pleasure.
I get asked about every kid that comes through and sits with me from a recruiting standpoint. They ask, they're like, how long are you going to be here? I said, I'm going to be here for the rest of my life. That's my plan. As long as Central Methodist will have me, I will be here unless Mizzou calls. That's different. You know what I mean? Like, again, I hope nobody gets upset by that.
No.
But it's just, right? Like SEC,
Division One,
right?
SEC.
Like it's just, but
that'd be hard to. Everybody, I always say that, like people act like they know how they would answer a call.
Yeah.
Like especially when it comes to like people getting paid.
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow golf at all, but like the live golf and the PGA golf stuff. Y'all can be critical till somebody's calling you offering $5 million.
Right.
Shut up.
Exactly.
Don't act like you know what you would do.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me you wouldn't take that call.
Right.
I'm taking that call.
100%.
I'm listening.
No doubt.
Yeah, I think that's like from a Christian perspective, I'm here until I'm not.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of like loving what you do helps. And you're here until the Lord puts you in a different spot.
Yeah.
And I'm not super old, but you're not super old either. We've lived long enough lives to hopefully know I'm not in charge. We'll see what happens next. I don't know. But ideally, would love to be here forever.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so last year was hard.
Yeah.
How did you guys perform?
We went 9 and something. I don't know.
You didn't count the losses?
9
Did you have more than 9 losses?
Yeah,
okay,
9
so
and 18, 9 and 18, something like that. But I'll tell you what, one thing that year one, my high school coach, Coach Crop, okay. I texted him when I was just going through kind of a rough patch and texted him. I was just like, hey, like, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but we were just talking about, basketball and coaching. And he's like, well, how many games do you expect to win in year one? When you started with what you started with, I was like, didn't really think about it. He goes, then why are you upset? It's year one. He's like, you're building. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I was letting wins and losses affect my mental. And when I shouldn't have, I think that's
it's very natural.
Very, very natural for coach. Yeah, very natural. But one thing I did tell myself taking over at Central, this is going to be different than Battle, was I think Battle went in was like, we're going to win. I wanted to have the first winning season that year one. I don't know how I would have handled it if we didn't. I don't know. I'm scared to think about how I would have handled it. This year taking over at Central, I wanted to be like our culture needed to be. That's what we needed to be about every day.
Yeah.
And all of my decisions were based on, were you being fierce, were you being connected, and were you being a champion? Those are our 3 core values that are within our program. Fierce, we're relentless in everything that we do every single day. Connected, we want to be great teammates. Now, I'm not asking you to be best friends.
Sure.
It's asking 15 girls to be best friends is tough, right? Asking 15 guys to be best friends is tough.
Also tough.
And so, but when you step on the lines, it's everybody has each other's backs when you step onto the court. And then being a champion, like, yeah, we want to win rings, we want to hang banners, we want to do all that stuff, but we also want to do it the right way off the floor as well. And I got to tell every single recruit, I got a 2-year-old son, I got one on the way. There's a bunch of little kids in this community. When they come to a game, like, I want them looking up to you.
Yeah.
And so
that was one of my questions for you is, obviously you're still, you're in year 2.
Yeah.
So you're getting in the saddle.
I even, a lot of times I say year 1 still.
Yeah. It probably feels like it.
First recruiting. Yeah.
Do you have plans on trying to integrate into this community? Personally, and also like with the program itself?
Yeah. One thing that we kind of have started, we will have, I shouldn't say started, but put in at the auction for Fayette of like doing like a clinic, whether it's like a one person, a small group, or, I know they do have like the Falcons Elite, where they want to bring like one of their teams over to work with kind of do a school session with our team. That I'd say that's really big into year 3 for us, is where we're really going to dive more into the community and everything. So,
do you have any like local players on your squad now?
4 of them that play for me in Columbia, Battle High School, right?
But I'm think your small town hat.
Small town hat, Moberly. Oh goodness.
Challenging you, but on your roster recollection here.
Yeah. That's really about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to small town kids that do want to play at the next level for a place like Central Methodist or Moberly or anything like that?
Yeah. You can't just play on your high school team.
What does that mean?
You need, like, if you're in summer, you need to be playing with a club. You really do. You really do.
Yeah. Do you even, like, when you recruit, and I know you've only been here for 2 years now, are you even recruiting under a certain class size? Are you looking everywhere?
We look everywhere. I mean, you can hoop. Put the ball in a bucket. You can put the ball in a bucket. We look everywhere. So it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But I think, like, the more you play, the better you're going to be.
The more you play, the better.
The more you play, the better you're going to be. I think that's always been kind of the motto. You can't just play however many games you play in high school, I don't think. Yeah. I think you need to be playing. I also like multiple sport athletes.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are some of your attributes that you look for?
Yeah, I like multiple sport. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying everybody's a multi-sport athlete, right? No. But I do like multi-sport athletes. I think it teaches you to work with other people, and not just the people you play basketball with, but,
And to play a different game. Like, I think I'm always pushing young people when I get the opportunity to, like, actually, I think that's what I missed the most, is I think I had some natural talent, but I never got my brain connected to the game. Yeah. And that's what I'm always challenging when I get the chance to, like, sit in on a junior babe coach. Like, I'll just stop everybody and go, what was going through your brain there? Yeah. What were you trying to do with the ball there? And that's one of the things that, like, golf and tennis have been good for me as I'm older now, is going, like, I did it as a mental challenge to myself and go, what was I trying to do there? And they're like, oh, you're just brainlessly throwing this thing, brainlessly doing this. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we're all still learning. We're all still trying to be great, coaching wise. I'm trying to get to that. Like, I want to be better at that, of like being more like conceptual, to where it's like, let's not flip out if a kid throws the ball out of bounds, or does, like, ask them, like, why, like, what happened,
what just happened,
like, what just happened.
Yeah. And were you even aware?
Right. Like, or what were you trying to do? Trying to be better of a coach like that.
There's kind of an ebb and flow. My guess is right now you're having to just get people to adapt to the pace that you move at. Right. Yeah. And you probably have to do that first.
Yes.
You probably can't do concept. I don't know. Maybe you can try to do both, but
so like right now we can't be on the floor with the kids. Like, they have open gym and they have weights and conditioning that we can't be on the floors until September 15th.
Just a rule.
Yeah, just any Yeah, we got it. That's got to change. We got to get to the hours, like the NCAA. We really do. I mean, I work more with my high school kids than what I'd probably do right now with my kids here at Central. I mean, we got 7 weeks of preseason at Battle with Mitchell rules. I think we got like 3 or 4 hours a week, something like that. I think it's 3 hours a week on the floor. October 28th. That's a lot of time, but it's just like,
I've always said basketball is, if you're not trying to go play basketball, it's one of the number one ways to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
If you're not ready for it. As an adult, I kind of refuse to play it.
Yeah, I don't play. I don't play because I'm too competitive, and if I can't do something, I'm going to be upset. Yep. Or I'm going to, even like throwing a baseball. If I pick it up, I want to throw it as hard as I possibly can, and I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, dude. Full send Dustyn. That's
Yeah,
who you are.
yeah,
That's we just
yeah.
need to put that in front of your name. Just full
full
send.
send. If it
Yeah.
whatever we're doing, we are 100% locked into it.
Yeah. So yeah, I think obviously you're working on building people up to the pace that you're trying to move at, and then the concepts. Talk to me about your coaching staff.
Yeah. So brand new coaching staff this year.
You get to pick it?
Yeah. Yep. Coach Jeremy Lang brought him in from Maryland. He's originally from Missouri, from St. Louis. Kind of had known about him a little bit from high school coaching. He was an assistant at a high school in St. Louis, Francis House Central. I had a lot of respect for their head coach, and I think he had done a phenomenal job as assistant there. And so he went and was a Division III assistant out in Maryland. And whenever I was hiring, I was like, this is who I want. This is who I went after.
Okay.
And after numerous conversations, end up bringing him here, and he is just killing it.
Awesome.
Killing it.
Yep.
I mean, just, oh, goodness. Yeah.
So at this level, there's probably multiple assistants.
Yeah. So I have one full-time.
And that's
then
him.
GAs. Yep. He's full-time. Then I have GAs.
Okay. And is he like over the reserve team?
Nope. No, he's with varsity.
Right, with you assistant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
I just don't know how many hats you guys have to wear at that level.
Yeah. So we have a GA in Tristan Porter. She played for me last year. She transferred was 1 year at Central, played for me. Gave everything she had to this program in 1 year. Just everything she had, and she's back as a GA, given everything she has right now.
Love it.
As a GA.
Full send.
Yeah, full send. Yeah. Full send. Alana Crumley, she played for me last year as well. She was a returner that came back. And again, whenever I get the job, she was 2 feet in. 2 feet in, and that's what you want. You want people that have 2 feet in, know. And so she had 2 feet in, and she's finishing up her student teaching right now at New Franklin High School, so she'll graduate in May. And we actually play on graduation date, so we'll see if she walks or if she.
Where's she from?
She's from St. Peters, Missouri. So
where does she want to be after all this?
She wants to be a athletic director some point in time. She also is interested in the director of operations side. Yeah. So she'll join us as a GA at semester in January.
Sweet.
And then about a week to 2 weeks before school started, was presented to me about, there's an RHD position opened up. They needed a female. Want to know if I knew of anybody that would want to be an RHD and then like volunteer coach on the side, and contacted a kid that I recruited out of Minneapolis to Moberly, ended up being an All-American there, went and played 4 years Division I at Lamar, NJ Weems. And she's the Hall director, and then she's also an assistant coach.
Sweet. I lived in Minneapolis for a few years.
Yeah. And so she's here, and man, just I don't know. I'm really happy with my staff. They're doing a really good job, and goodness, I think we have had, from a recruiting standpoint, we have one commit for next year already.
Is that pretty early?
Yeah.
A full season ahead, basically.
Yeah, which is what we want to try to get to.
Yep.
And so we are, oh goodness, I want to thank almost every day we've had a kid on campus. And that's just a shout out to Coach Lang. He is also our recruiting coordinator. He also is our defensive coordinator. He's also our academic coordinator.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to ask.
Wears a lot of hats.
Yeah. So you have technically 4 assistants then.
Yeah.
What are they all? Do they each have kind of a specific specialty that they're over? And then if you could build it out where money didn't matter, what kind of staff would you build, and would you have a certain specialty that some sort of coach did?
I've told my staff ever since everybody got together, kind of in like June, July, August. I told them, I was like, guys, I'm trying to build my staff like I had it at Battle, and take from what I had at Moberly, and also take from what I had at Bradley. I learned a lot during that time frame, and so at Battle, I basically had an offensive coordinator. Garrett Covington was one of my assistants, and we played at a high level. He played professional. He played Division I. Was all-time leading scorer at his Division I school he was at. He's now a Division I assistant. I mean, I was lucky, very lucky to have this dude on my staff, and we're super close friends. And he was basically our offensive coordinator. I ran the defense at that point in time. My dude Buck, he is in administration now within CPS, but he was our JV coach. He was just all energy all the time. Sammy Simmons, who was my athletic director, ended up being my athletic director last year, was my assistant for 2 years as well. She was all the behind the scenes. I mean, when I talk about I showed up. I just showed up to practice. That's what it was. Managed practice, coach the defense.
Yep.
Everything.
You don't have to think about anything else.
Nope. And trying to get to that here, So like I run the offense with our program now. Coach Lang runs our defense. He oversees our academics. He oversees our recruiting. But that was important to me. Yeah. I wanted somebody that can come in and do those things.
Ideally, would you have a coach over each one of those?
Okay. I would ideally, perfect world, I'd have a defensive coordinator, I'd have an offensive coordinator, I'd have a recruiting coordinator. In an ideal world, coaching so much now as a head coach as being a CEO.
You like that or no?
I do.
You do?
I do. I am not. I tell so NJ Weems, Coach Weems, who is again a hall director and volunteer assistant for us. She's going to run our baseline out of bounds. I told her yesterday. I said, "Hey, you whatever you might have used at Lamar, use that Moberly. I know we use that Moberly, but like whatever you want, you come to me. We'll talk about it even as a staff. Like if you have some favorite baseline out of bounds plays, let's come together, let's talk about it, put a plan together. But I'm going to tell you, you better be ready to go.
Yeah, you own that outcome.
You own it. You own it. Same with defense. You own it. And but again, it helps them grow. My job is to help my staff grow, my players grow. That is my number one job.
Yeah.
If not, why? Why?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I want them all to become. If they want to become a head coach, become a head coach. Yep. If they want to try to get to D2, D1 level, I got to prepare them.
Yep.
Right. And so same with the players. I got to prepare them to be the best they can possibly be as players and as people. And so we've even added to our staff this year. We've always had our strength coach. But one thing I took from, again, I steal everything. Everybody steals everything, right?
It's copycat league. Yeah.
I love Mizzou men's basketball. Mm-hmm. Love it. I love Coach Gates. I love what he does offensively, defensively. Love what he does as a program. Ryan Sharball, their defensive coordinator, we work together at Bradley. I pick his brain a lot. I probably bug him too much. I hope not, but I bug him a lot just to come to practice, things like that, right?
Yeah.
And so, but I think Gates does like a 6 a.m. Monday meeting with the entire staff, coaches, support staff, everything. We do ours at 9:30. That's 9:30. Yeah, 9:30, and so, but now it's like, man, I got our strength coaches in there with our whole staff, athletic trainers in there with our whole staff. We have a mental wellness coach this year.
Sweet.
For more like the sports psychology.
Yeah. Is that part of Central Methodist or is that to you?
She works at Central, but it's something that I had talked to her about. This is what I want. I think our team needs it.
Do other teams pull her in? Okay.
Nope. At least as far as I know. I don't know. I think there is one other team that's doing it as well. Kind of doing a test run a little bit with it. Yeah. And but Emily Harris, she's joined on. She's been phenomenal for our kids so far. She's 2 feet in, which is what you want.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to
what they want too.
Yeah. We're just trying to touch every aspect of what goes on with a student athlete.
Yeah.
From academics to playing to the mental side to the strength training side. We're just trying to touch everything. And so we meet every Monday morning at 9:30. We go over the entire schedule for the week. And I tell them, it's not my job to talk in these meetings. I'm here to sit here and listen.
Yep.
You talk about your area. I need you to be an expert in your area. And so then they tell me the information. I say yes or no. Let's make an adjustment to this. Take this out. Do whatever. And we hash it out. And we have a plan for the week. Have a plan for the day. And we go.
Where'd you get that process from? Bradley?
A little bit of Bradley. Gates, Mizzou. Sure. I know they do that, and just like.
But even just this whole CEO mindset of I approve or not approve versus I shove all the battery energy in it. So
the more I can have my hand out of, I think, is the better.
Why?
I think sometimes head coaches want to be more so controlling in everything. It's just, I think it's great for you to not have your hand in everything. You may have a vision.
Yeah.
You have a vision, right? You tell your staff what the vision is, and it's their job to execute it. I believe that, like, you think of trying to think of a great analogy or an example.
The one that popped in my head is just that difference of leading from pulling in the front or pushing everybody from behind.
Yeah.
And I think the pushing everybody from behind pushes them in front.
Yeah.
That they're leading and you're bringing,
Yeah.
what they needed, the support there, versus the yanking everybody to where you're going.
Yep.
That was what popped in my mind.
Yeah.
Since you were looking for an analogy.
Yeah.
But,
Like I believe in the CEO mentality.
Yeah.
But now you got to produce.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to make tough decisions as a CEO.
But you're developing leaders too when you do that, which is ultimately good for your program. It kind of goes back to, there's something people always say, we're like, what if I train them so well and they leave, and the combating to that is like, what if you don't and they stay? What if you don't train them and they stay forever?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
That's worse.
I think it's the same thing too. Like now with kids too. Like again, transferring is out of control. It is out of control now.
Even at the NAI level.
Yeah, I mean, I think every level it's crazy. But I think I would not be upset if one of our best players came to me and said, "Coach, look, I got an offer to go D2. I got an offer to go D1." I'm like, "Do you?
Yeah,
go, girl, go." Because at the end of the day, Mizzou calls me. You think I'm going to listen?
Yeah,
right.
I'll listen to that.
Yeah. It's just the nature of the business.
Yeah, but also just being selfless enough to, and I guess some of that comes with security too.
Yeah.
Not speaking for you, it's probably easier to say that in year 2, while you have the freedom to build a program, than it is maybe in year 8 and you have a dog season, and you lose everybody. That's going to be the hard part, I think, of the transfer portal for coaches is like, at what point how do you evaluate a coach who has to put together a new school every year?
I think the Division I is where it's really kind of gotten crazy. If I remember right, Purdue and one other school, I think, from NCAA men's standpoint, retained every player from last year.
Purdue's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's Purdue, and I don't know the other one. I think there's 2 of them, but I could be wrong. But I think Purdue was one. And so, it's a different world. It's a different world, but I still believe, like, if you're creating a great experience, that
one thing I wish, I wanted to be an athletic director through college, wanted to be a basketball coach, an athletic director. But one thing I'd love to see, I don't think you have the capacity to pull it off, but I've always thought it would be a good idea to have, like, there's a whole entire industry around analyzing sports, ESPN, all your networks. Why don't we have like a sports analysis, like, organization or class or even like major, where wouldn't it be epic if you had a group of students following, analyzing the patterns, the analytics and the statistics of every single one of your girls. Game by game, practice by practice. Like, and I envision the kid with the iPad going, hey, when you hit from this short corner, this is where your money and this is where you don't move well. You're better off the dribble, you're better off the pass. Do you have any of that?
Oh, yes and no. Yes and no. We got to be, we can't dive 100% in it because we got to it's
way too much for you to pull off. But I always think that would be that just feels like a missing opportunity for, if we're really trying to prepare people for lots of jobs, like that would be a great one to prepare people for is, sports analysis, whether that's from the journalism perspective or whether that's from the actual, like, that would make coaches better. Like if you had to learn how to analyze, you're better when you come off this corner versus that corner, even directionally. I know the pros have that. They know where their money shots are and where they're not. I've always thought that'd be sick. So
I mean, the closest thing we do, and it's more from a team standpoint, is all of our shots have a value to it. Like we have a gold, silver, and bronze. Gold shots are layups and free throws. So
are you anti mid range?
I'm not.
Okay.
I am not. You can get a bucket. At the end of the day,
I'm thinking of, like, there was a few coaches that were like only 3-pointers and only.
dunks. I mean, look, I love layups and threes. I do, but I mean, there's a lot of good players on our team that are really good mid-range players. Why take that away from them? Why? It's like one thing that when I was at Battle that really changed my mind from having the old school mentality of point guards got to get back in transition defense. Your 3, 4, and 5, got to crash the offensive glass. Completely went away from that. Completely. My point guard at Battle, who's now here as a freshman, she averaged about 5 rebounds a game.
Wow.
And 3 or 4 of them were offensive rebounds a game.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why take that away from somebody when they're really good at it? So
right. And the value of an offensive rebound versus slowing down a fast-paced
we send all 5 to the glass. The only rule is if your man sprints back, you better be sprinting back with him.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no gray area.
You're
there's
thinking defense on offense too.
There's no gray area.
I love
What'd
that.
your man do?
Yeah.
What did your man do?
Yep.
Did your man stay there?
So you play a lot of man mostly?
Yeah.
All man?
Yeah. No, not all man. It'll be a surprise this year.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I'm excited about it. Coach Lang is killing it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited about what he's put together.
Yeah.
And it'll be fun to see it translate, when we get into practice and see what we do. But, I'm excited about for this year. I don't want to say we got year 1 out of the way because it was meant to be. You know what I mean? Year 1 is year 1. Our kids that are returning, I'm really excited about.
Did you return quite a few?
We did. I would say we did. I think we returned about half our team.
That's great.
And then the other half is brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Then the goal is, obviously to be better this year. For me, my goal is not really on the number of wins or anything like that. It's about our system and our daily habits. Another thing, like with adding Emily Harris to our staff, even though she's not getting paid, she works in a completely different department, but we're
stealing Emily,
right?
Yeah.
We're like, again, and we're trying to make a great experience for the players.
Yeah. And she probably loves it too.
She challenged me, and she's also challenged other coaches too of like the atomic habits.
Mm-hmm. My whole team reads that. Yeah.
So I listened to it, the YouTube audiobook. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Really gets after your identity.
It does.
Yep.
It does. And so I'm all systems, man. What are we doing daily? What are we doing? What are our systems?
Yep. And what are you telling yourself in your brain? Because that's where it starts to. Back to getting that brain connected. So are you making your team read that, or does she challenge you as coaches to read it?
Yeah. Right now, me working on our staff. She is dabbling a little bit in with our players on some 1% rule and things like that. And so we will fully be going with her on September 15th. Fully. Right now, we're just dropping bits and pieces in with them. So it started on Monday night. She had her first meeting with them, talked about identity and what, again, like for me, it's the players, man. Like it's what do you want our identity to be? It's not me. What do you want? All 15 of you. You guys pick out what you want our identity to be, then you hold each other accountable to it. And so it started with that. We're going to start our meditation on Monday, and then that next Monday, September 15th hits. We are full go.
You're cooking.
Full go. You can't tell I'm fired up.
I'm fired up for you. Every time and I genuinely mean it, but like when Breland is also kind of a full send kind of guy. Where it just seems like you guys are on a different drug than everybody.
He has, how do I want to say this? That dude has meant so much to me in year 1. So much to me. Not to where he probably doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys just seem like you're on a different wavelength. And I'll just say it. Like, I genuinely have told him, I know everybody wants money from alumni, but as a local person trying to invest in this town who also loves sports, dude, if I can be involved besides writing checks, let me know. I can't write that many checks yet either.
Right.
But I love, like I said, like helping people understand the analytics of it. Developing people.
Just come in and talk to our team. Just like even just that.
Sure.
Like last year we did a more than a game series. It didn't happen as much as what I would have liked, just scheduling things. It gets tough. And so, because I'm from, like, when kids leave Central Methodist, they need to be ready for the real world.
Yeah.
Like, what about thinking about insurance?
Well, even just like, business owning and that kind of stuff. Like, and I would love to retain some of these kids. Like, you fell in love with Central, and all of a sudden you're back here.
Yeah.
I want people to have that same experience. I'm happy to hire people that went to Central because I'm like, I'm keeping them here. I just can't hire everybody. But I want people to have a great experience at Central because I'm one of those. You can call me a townie who says we would not exist without Central.
Yeah.
Just would not.
Yeah.
And I think we should lean into our competitive advantage, not be upset about it. You know, just like Glasgow is probably leaning into Monig and Phoenix and lean into it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So like when we were at, when I was at Bradley, when Caterpillar was leaving, like kind of the motto was what was it? But it was like, it wasn't this, but it was basically kind of something along the lines of like, it's our turn, you know, like let's put Peoria on our back and let's go be great.
Yeah.
You know, and so give back to the community and do all that, and they'll support us if we support them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
absolutely. Well, I'm pumped, man. I'd love to. I'll make sure to at least catch one game this year.
For sure.
My schedule is wild. I got 2 little ones.
Yeah.
Boy who was born in October.
Okay.
So he turns 1. And then a girl who just started school. She's 3. It's crazy, man. It goes fast.
It does. Grayson,
I know I'm not older than you, but I'm telling you that it goes really fast, man. And I'm sure nobody's ever said that to you.
I get to experience my first sporting, like not event, but just like we signed him up for soccer in Columbia. I think it's with the Columbia Rush.
Okay.
I think. I'm not 100% for sure. But it starts on Saturday, 9 to 9:30. I'm fired up for that. And it's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Because he is a Hellcat.
Feral.
I mean, he's ready to go. He is ready to go. And for me, it's not as much of like getting him involved in sports. We were blessed to let him, he stays with my mother and father-in-law. Like, I'm really excited about him being around other people and like other kids his age.
Yeah.
Again, it has nothing to do with playing sports. I just, his social interaction and things like that. I'm anxious to see what that's going to be like
for my daughter, because she just started school. And then I think we start like a horse, like a Saturday horseback riding thing soon. Like at Cedar Creek. So I'm super pumped for her because she's just going to learn so much. So it's fun. It's really fun being a parent. So a question I get asked a lot that I never really know how to answer. So maybe I'll stump you with it. Okay. But like, what are some of your personal goals outside of your job? That's such a hard question because I think I live everything as one.
Yeah.
I can compartmentalize, but everything is one to me.
Yeah.
But if you had to try to answer that.
Man. One, I just want to be the best dad and best husband I can possibly be. I know I feel a lot. I know I do, because just demands of the job and just different things. And but my wife's she's a rock star.
Dog.
Even though even being almost 8 months pregnant, 7 months pregnant right now.
Is she still working too?
Still working.
Yeah.
Still working. And she's just a rock star. But yeah, just trying to be the best dad and best husband I can possibly. That's the number one thing that I got to do. I think it's the goal.
Yep.
And also trying to help set my children up for, I think, financial success for their future.
Yep.
You know? Now growing up and being, I'm 35 now, of just like, I felt like my whole life whenever I was younger, and it had nothing, I put this on myself of like sports identified me. And I don't want that to identify my kids, to where if they want to, go to trade school, if they want to go to, be a farmer, because I love farming.
Dude,
I love farming.
Beef prices right now.
Yeah. So it's so funny. We're building the garage. Me and my father-in-law are building the garage at our house, and so our neighbor came up. He was checking in, seeing things, and they're talking about prices of corn and all this stuff, and they're both just like the other day, like, man, be nice if we had some fat Angus, fat cat, right now for the price. And like, yeah, because I mean, they all used to be cattle farm. That's what,
It's
and
because
then
the work is hard, and then for a while crops were better.
Yeah.
Now it's flipped, but I don't see that going away.
Yeah.
Because cattle farming's never easy.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's not.
My parents
it's
do
an everyday thing.
Yeah.
It's every day. You're checking cattle every day.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
on top of your other full-time job.
And I've never really told this to anybody, but the best job I've ever had, I'm telling you, the best job I've ever had. I loved it every single day. I worked for my uncle on his farm, and he had cattle. I mean, row crop. I loved it.
It's a way of life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's something just crazy peaceful about it, even though you're like bruised up. Like I've tackled cows. Like the fact that I look back and I'm like, oh, I've tackled calves. But like, I'm like, oh. And people are like, that sounds like hard work. And I'm like, it was like, it was just, I loved it.
Yeah. That, and worked in the tobacco field growing up. I mean, from the time of planting it to stripping it in the winter, everything. Saw the whole process out. Hayfield, straw, all that. Like, I just want my son to be able to experience all that. Yeah. Like, literally, we were eating at Beckett's a couple weeks ago, and a guy that does a lot of straw in the summers, he was kind of joking. Like, I asked him, I was, hey, you still doing it? He goes, yeah, you want to come out and help? And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I have the time. I would love to, but I don't have the time. And I'm like,
you get hurt doing it too. We're at the age where we get hurt doing stuff.
Yeah, but I'm like, just make sure when my son gets older, you're still doing it, because I want him to do it.
Still only pay him 10 cents a
bale. That's right. That's right. That's
no more dollar a bale.
That's
just
right.
10 cents.
That's right. And so it's just, that's a big, I just love the small town USA. Yeah. Got to work for what you want.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're here forever, and I also hope Mizzou calls you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, we're going to build this program first into a national championship program.
Yep.
First, and so.
Yeah. Here's a fun question. We can cut this if you don't like it. Yeah. If Mizzou called you tomorrow, you're 1 year into building this program.
Man, that is tough. That's putting on the spot. Woo.
Because to me, you strike me as the person who's like, the work's not done.
It's not. It's not.
But then I also know the work's probably never going to be done.
It's never gonna be done.
But you just said build a national championship program.
Yeah.
But if you got a call like that in the middle of that'd be
tough.
hard.
I mean, because again, it is tough, because you think of from a financial standpoint, you think of just different things like that, right? Yeah. Like probably that point in time, like only one of us has to work. There's a lot of different variables that come into it. Yeah. You have unlimited resources.
Yep.
Like, yeah. If I want to go recruit, I'm flying.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm flying.
Out of that, dude, have you flown out of Columbia much?
Yeah, no, I have not.
Oh, dude, do it.
Yeah. Or I'm not using money out of my pocket to go. Or I'm not using money out of my pocket to go
recruit.
It's
so nice.
Yeah.
Like, you can park and leave your car there.
Oh, goodness. Hasn't there been issues about that on the news, though?
Not for me. I don't know. And my face car is parked over there, and it hasn't gotten,
I thought I heard something on the news like last night or the night before about like people parking there. There's some issues. Is there a gravel lot? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
There is.
It's kind of me like, oh, squirrel. I hear it, and then I'm thinking about something else.
Yeah. No, there's a gravel lot. That's usually where I park, but I also just accept the free parking probably comes with some less protection from it. But anytime I can fly out of there, I do, because I hate getting back from a flight and then having to drive 2 hours.
Yeah.
Kills me.
Yep.
So, but it connects to Chicago, Dallas, and they're adding Denver now.
Oh, nice.
As a connector.
You flown out of Kansas City with the new?
Do what?
Have you flown out of Kansas City with the new term? Oh, gosh. I did the first time when I went to Tampa for the Final Four this past year. And yeah.
Is there like a major popular coach that has been a big influence to you?
Oh.
That you've adapted things from or not?
I'd say right now, Dennis Gates.
Okay.
I just think that his mindset within, he's very, I don't want to say new school. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say like old school. Like I think he's just very like in tune with his players and what they're going through day to day, with giving his staff the freedom, but also letting them know like, hey, look, if this ain't right, I'm gonna let you know about it, right? I'm gonna let you know about it.
So you're not even talking schematics, you're just talking about leadership.
Just leadership. Yeah. And so like, I mean, I was very, so Garrett Covington, who worked for me at Battle, who's now at SAU as an assistant, he was a GA the last year for Gates.
Wow.
Me and him both, when he worked for me and him were both like, look, like our next thing, we want to get back into college. We talked about that at the beginning of each year. And after the last year Battle, he's like, Coach, I can't come back. And I'm like, dude, I get it. He's like, I want to get into college. What can I was like, what can I do to help? Reach out to Ryan at Mizzou. I'm like, hey, do you have any GA spots open? And man, he went there, and just from talking to him and kind of seeing how the program's run, watching some practices, just hearing Gates talk, the dude is just so smart. And and also hopes that I'm a Mizzou fan, and so he's there.
Yeah.
But like, I think
good for you being a Mizzou fan. I've been such a fickle fan.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who Gino. UConn. I think that, and there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like right now, I'm always trying to figure out what Mizzou men are doing. What's new?
Yeah.
What's new?
Yeah. All right. Last question.
Yeah.
From a facility standpoint at Central Methodist, what would you have? What do you wish you had that isn't there? From like, if you could build a dream facility, obviously you've probably got a practice gym.
Yeah.
What else would you wish was in there?
I think right now just enough space for everybody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like and something that does help everybody. Like, because I think if it benefits
like what?
I think just a space where it's we've got say our main court, but we also have multiple other courts that cheer and dance can practice on. That
and does the rec center not?
Rec center has we utilize it, right? But
Okay.
it still gets tough.
Right.
I think a space that's also that our reserve teams, they don't have to practice early in the morning, don't have to practice late at night. Can allow them some prime time practice times as well. Just can enhance the experience for all students at Central Methodist.
Yeah.
Get that.
Need some more space.
And then if you want to go full on basketball, let's go full on basketball.
Yeah.
Right? Let's get new arena. And then obviously, coaching offices, things like we have great offices right now. But I would say a lot like a locker room. If we had, I'm just thinking about places that I've been,
right?
A locker room that also has like a lounge area for the kids to hang out. And we're trying to create that with what we have in our locker room right now. We've added some chairs in there, TV in there, work on getting, a Nintendo Switch in there for them to kind of just play. I want the space for them to hang out in between class.
Place
and not,
to be.
yes.
Yep.
Got a refrigerator with water, Gatorade, protein and stuff. And they got to pay for it. We pay to put it in. They get charged $1, $2 for whatever.
Yep.
We work on an honor system with that. Film room.
Is there a film room anywhere on campus
Classroom.
right now? Okay.
Classroom,
but
my
not
office,
a dedicated
locker.
There's not even a football film room.
I think a film room that
That'd be sweet.
Yeah,
easy controls of the big screen.
Oh my gosh, yes, yep.
All right, donors, if you're listening, we probably just need the real estate for it. Honestly, is what it is.
Yeah. But again, I think it's got to be something that can enhance it for everybody.
Yeah.
So coaches aren't here at 8:00 at night running practice, or 6:00 in the morning running.
You'll
practice.
like this idea. My most recent idea is there at the Triangle where that
the
where that
vacant
lawnmower
spot is?
place.
Yeah.
That would be it's not as big as it looks though. I think it's only a half acre. But I was trying to tell Logan we should just combine our two offices, pool our money, and build a giant training facility.
Yeah.
That has ice cream shop, couple State Farm offices in it.
Yeah.
And then an epic turf and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd be a sick place to put it out there outside of town.
So I heard that you can't build on it.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. Maybe somebody will critique us or
think
let
I
us
know
know from this.
I think I know
podcast.
who owns it, but I won't say it. But it's only a half acre, so you can't build anything very big if you want parking.
Right. That's what I was told. I was told that
Wonder
you
why.
can't. I don't know.
Did it used to be a gas station?
I don't know what it used to be.
Because that could limit you if you have a bunch of EPA and
I thought
fuel
I was
tanks.
told,
But
through just word of mouth from that you can't build on it. But I could be wrong. If somebody knows that,
I mean, there wasn't.
feel
It's Howard County. There's no rules here.
Yeah.
Build on it.
Yeah, who knows? It's our subdivision. We lived in Columbia. You can only have a certain height fence. It can only be this, only be that. I'm like, dude, get me out of here. There's too many rules. Just let me be. If
I'm glad we're over there for the resources for my daughter. But, dude, they're like, you can't have a garden. I'm like, screw you guys.
Yeah.
I want a tomato plant.
Yeah.
I want to let it die in my backyard and be okay with it. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we hope to get closer back here this way and still be in Boone County. But yeah. So well, good, man. Anything else you want to make sure you say?
I don't think so.
This was good. I mean, fun. We did our 2 hours. That's how we do it here. Well, if you're down for it, I want to go get a burger with you. You can tell us all the secrets you can't say on camera.
Yeah.
And no, really, I hope you're here for a long time. Our town is better with you in it, so I'm pumped. And if you need anything that we can do, let me know. I mean, we got, as you can tell, we full sent the media.
Yeah. Dude, this setup is awesome. Wow. It is awesome.
CMU's got a good setup too. I tried to get them to hire me first. And
Yeah.
Yep.
He got me. So. But
And then he gave him his playbook. So
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
did.
I'll say this off.
awesome.
I haven't been to the radio. They still have the radio booth and all that up there.
I mean, and I would say that
which was popping whenever I was in school, man. That place was.
Oh, yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
CMU needs to hear this. I started in communications because I wanted to do media, but
Yeah.
it's so outdated.
Yeah.
Like
So
they're
outdated.
so behind.
Yeah.
And it's not just CMU. I think it's most colleges just aren't. I think
Yeah.
it's like you can't teach a college kid to be an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur teaches an entrepreneur to be an
For sure.
entrepreneur.
I mean, I had my own lawn business for 3 years, man. 3
Yeah,
years.
we didn't talk about that
No,
at
we
all.
didn't. We didn't.
When did you do that?
I did it whenever I was at, again, 10-month contract at Moberly. I needed some money, for 2 months.
Dude,
Got to figure it out. I love to mow, dude. Love to mow.
Lord.
Love mowing.
Yeah.
Again, full send.
Yes.
I started out with, in the fall with 1 yard. Buddy of mine that actually worked here at Central. I'm like, dude, like, hey, drop who is mowing your yard, pick me up,
Yeah.
and I'll mow it for cheaper.
Yeah.
And $5
Look at
cheaper,
you.
whatever. Picked it up, and then
$5. Got
and then
him.
like the next year, I think I got to like 10 or 15.
Yeah.
Year, my second full year, I got up to 40 clients in Columbia.
How much were you
Dude.
making?
What's that?
How much were you making off that?
My May, June, and like July was double the amount of the paycheck I was making in a month. Was double. And to the point where I was like,
Maybe I should do this full time.
full time. And I talked about it with Kyra, and it just came down to like insurance,
Yeah. Dude,
retirement.
insurance is obnoxious on that.
Yeah. What am I going to do in the winter? Like just a lot
snow.
of right. Yeah.
In a place where it may not snow.
Yeah. Just a lot of there's a lot of
Yeah.
factors.
Dude,
And it's
so
just-
is your wife kind of opposite of your personality?
No.
Man,
No.
dude,
No.
I got to talk to her.
You do.
Because
You
I have
do.
a similar battery pack as you, I'd like to think.
Yeah.
And my wife has kept me from full sending a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't know if your wife's that way.
She has a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Who
ideas.
pumps the brake first?
I don't know.
Nobody does?
I don't know.
Just-
Because look, man, listen, we are renovating a house.
Yeah.
Right now,
Yeah.
currently, right now, me, my wife, and 2-year-old son are in one bedroom. Okay, we have a living room and a
she's
kitchen and
pregnant.
a bath, and she's pregnant. She's been on my butt about the bedroom being done, like our master bedroom.
Right.
Ain't even touched it. Right. And again, the kid's coming in October. All right. I'm putting all this. All of it.
Yep.
Right.
Good.
So springtime comes around. Okay. We want a play set area for Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
I go full send
Yep.
into that. I mean, it cleared out the dirt, built the play sets, got a nice retaining wall around it, got rock and all that stuff in it for him. We've always wanted a pool.
Yeah.
Always wanted a pool. And went full send with the pool. I mean, July 1st, we broke down. We had water in it. We had water going into the pool in 3 days. 3 days. Full sent it. And now we're full sending a garage.
Still haven't touched the master bedroom though.
Still have not touched the master bedroom. And our
It's
little
a metaphor right there.
and our little one's going to be here in October. Don't bring that up with her because that'll be a hot topic.
He's in trades. We can help you out if
Yeah.
you need some help.
Yeah.
We can get you.
Yeah.
I was in the trades.
Yeah. I'll tell you something.
I finished my whole basement up in Minnesota before we flipped it.
Yeah.
And moved back here, so we can swing us some hammers. If
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
have any time, but
Yeah.
I'm
But
volunteering.
this
Yeah.
better be a we thing and not a me thing because I painted this whole
Dude,
office.
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Again,
I'm so over it.
when
Yeah.
I hired him, it was like I want to do this, but I have no plan. I don't know if you live your life that way, but I want to do this and I don't have the plan.
Yeah.
So the first 2 weeks, I was like, can you throw away all this garbage? Like there's
Yeah.
random,
Yeah.
like you built desks for like
I
3
built
days.
every piece of furniture in this office.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
goodness
every piece of
gracious.
furniture in here. And
Goodness.
praise the Lord he did, because I would have
Yikes.
been here till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
doing it. So
Yeah.
I think I was in Miami when they all came in, and I hired you, and I was like, can you?
Well, there was no media to do, so like it
Right,
was
Yeah.
like
I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I had to make my,
Yeah, to make it.
I
Yeah,
had
had
to
to earn your
do-
keep somehow.
Yep.
Yep. I tried to tell Grayson
worth
that
it to
he's
me,
2 years
though.
old. I'm like, dude, you gotta start doing something right. You gotta earn
That's
your
right,
keep,
dude.
man.
Get him on the baseboards.
Like, come on.
That's what he can start doing.
Come on, man.
Get him
You're
on
2 years old.
Microfiber on
Yeah,
the
right?
baseboards. Yep.
Right?
He's short. Y'all don't have to bend down.
2 minutes later, he'll be like, start playing with his trains or start playing with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys like
Yeah.
that though? Like where if somebody like again, I got hired for media and then I take on all this other stuff. Like I think my toxic trait is that I think I'm good at everything, and I'm not. So like,
Or I just think I
had
can.
no clue how to
I just think I can do everything. Like I just think that like I can just be like, yeah, I'll get it done.
I think activity will always outweigh contemplation, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Me just going ahead and doing it before assuming the risk is low, right?
Yeah.
What happens if you don't build the desk perfectly? We can fix it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm molding glass.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I'd rather just start, just a quick start, just go.
Yeah.
And we'll figure it out. I just have
trial
to be
by error, man. Like or just throw them into the fire. That's what I full believe. Just throw somebody into the fire and be like, it might be a lot, but dude, like you're going to learn a lot.
Yeah. And I've got a bucket, you know, if you catch fire too. But I think that's more what leadership has to get back to is giving people the ownership and the freedom to fail and the freedom to succeed and hold a bucket for them if they do catch on fire.
Yeah.
Or say it's time to move on. If it's time to move on.
100%.
So, hard things to do. So
it is.
We'll have to do this again because I'm sure we got like 400 other things we could have talked about.
Yeah.
And we'll talk after season for sure and
definitely
kind of get that
that'd be
post-game
great.
analysis.
That would be great.
And
that'd be great.
Get Kyra on here.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to have both of you on at the same time.
It would be.
I don't know her. I couldn't pick her out in a crowd right now. I didn't even stalk your Facebook. I'm sorry.
Spitfire.
Yeah.
Spitfire.
Yep. Cool, man.
She's full go and everything too. So
sweet.
Yep.
She's still over in Columbia?
Yep. So I'm in Columbia.
What's
Battle Elementary?
Battle Elementary.
Yep.
Principal? Cool
Principal.
beans.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
No,
This
thank
was
you for
good.
having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
You bet.
All right.
So get that burger.
Outro music.
For the very